Okay, let's find out what's going on. Let me press some buttons. I did absolutely nothing different today.
Oh, hold on. Oh, are we here? Are we here?
I don't know. Oh, what a start. What a start.
Wait, I think we got something, but I don't know if it's lagging or behind. Hold on. Yeah, I think we're here.
Okay. Right. Let's start again. Let's start again.
So we just did a whole introduction.
honestly,
just
I did absolutely nothing wrong. This is YouTube taking the pure mick out of us.
And let the record show, we've been sat here for about 15 minutes, right?
Oh my God.
Yes, we're testing everything's fine, we're making sure we're good, but here we go. We're finally here.
Right, okay.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Right, we're doing that again. Remember exactly what you said, Brandon. Let's go again.
Yeah.
Right, we're going again. I'm playing my intro, but shut up. Let's do this again. Deja vu. Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And we're back on another Friday, but I'm not on my own. Of course, you've already heard him because it's no secret that it's here. He's on the screen, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It's hero.collections on Instagram, but aka Brandon. Hello, Brandon.
How's it going? It's great to finally be back with you on a Friday, even though we said we'd do it on Saturday, on Fridays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's great, regardless, to be back with you. It's amazing. There's already 47 people in the chat. We love seeing our regulars come back and hang with us and talk toys. So we got some great conversations coming up today. And as always, it's a pleasure, Dan.
We literally just had a great conversation, but nobody heard it. Honestly, YouTube is taking the mick out of me. It's trying to take my streams down from the inside. Last week it was kicking me off the web. This week I've done everything I usually do. Press go live. It said it's live on my OBS, Streamlabs. I'm ready to go, but yet it's not live. Like, I don't even know how I got it to go live, but it's live. God knows what's going on. But we're back. We're here talking retros. So I try and remember what I just said because we just did a great intro. Bravo on the intro we just did, Brandon, by the way.
I remember what we said. What did we say?
Well, we said for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about retro figures and we've been having fun with that. It's been fun. And I wanted to be completely honest. We were going to talk about the Avengers retro wave this week. That just felt like the most natural progression. However, I did my research and there was only 2 waves of those grey carded retro figures. And a lot of the characters on them we've already got. And the ballpark is just too vast. We could basically talk about characters we've already talked about within XMen and Spider-Man. So I thought it's best to just naturally move forward and talk about the upcoming Fantastic Four retro figures. Now, I say upcoming because I'm being optimistic that we're actually going to get more than Doctor Doom. There's no way Hasbro have made that shiny new retro packaging and are not going to give us more than just Doctor Doom because, as we've seen, teased yesterday, well, not teased, it's more leaked, if anything, by Rectangular as usual. He's got his sources all over the place. The figure that we have willed into the existence here on the channel, which is, of course, Cyborg Spider-Man. Now, I don't have a picture, Brandon, but we were just saying that it's 100% our responsibility that happened.
I think so, Dan. You know, the stars don't just align for no reason, you know. The powers that be over on the Legends team knew that they listened to our stream. They heard what you had to say. You and that one other person that said hit for the Cyborg Spider-Man.
Yeah, literally, me and 2 people I think said hit. So for all the people that said miss, ha 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 ha, who's laughing now? Cyborg Spider-Man. And I bet that now they've seen the figure, they all changed their mind. And actually, do you know what? It does look good. Do you know why, Brandon?
Yeah, I literally. No, go ahead.
I was just going to carry on, because I'm going to reveal why in a second.
Well, I literally, I was making my breakfast yesterday, half asleep and half awake, and I open Instagram and I see this posted by Rectangular, and I thought, what? I literally had to like wipe my eyes a couple of times to make sure I was looking and was like seeing exactly what it was I was looking at. I couldn't believe it, but like I was saying earlier, I still haven't opened the Retro Mysterio and the Retro Kingpin, and I quite frankly could not care less for Cyborg Spider-Man. But they put him on that card, and now I have this like solemn obligation inside me that I have to get that figure when it releases.
100%, 100%.
They know exactly how to get.
As I said, I'm a sucker for two, but genuinely, as I said in the Spider-Man retro theme, that figure is one that I remember from my childhood quite vastly in my head. So like, I'm very happy that's coming out just because that hits me personally on the nostalgia sort of setup. So put me down for 2, Hasbro. If it is real, who knows? It really is real, isn't it? Let's be honest. But otherwise, it's a super good custom. But usually when it's not real, the lads on Twitter are quick to jump out to say that's fake. There was a fake Marvel Legend like Venom Pool in a deluxe box that was clearly fake. But Dan Young jumped on Twitter and said that it was fake. It was a deluxe. There was a deluxe Venom Pool builder figure, but in a deluxe packaging, which was basically just customized. Yeah. It was obviously customized, but Dan Young jumped on Twitter and made it official and said that's not real. So when things ain't real, they're very quick to jump out and clarify it's not real. So when things are real, they go quiet. Do you know, like, and they've gone quiet. So, like, I'm assuming Cyborg Spider-Man is real. But, yes, we're rambling. Let's say hello to the people. Now we're actually working because they have been patiently waiting. And can I just say thank you? Thank you so much for not running off. Let's just hope that the internet doesn't kick us off today and we can get going. But make yourself known. Say hello, and Brandon will call them out. We'll do our roll call.
76 people in the chat. So we have Darko Customs is with us. Lucas is with us. Going. Bullet 74, Inquisitive Minds, Prophet, 924 is here. Mark Tac is back. Mark Tac says, I want to see what 80s movie Brandon has or hasn't seen this week. I don't think I've actually watched any TV or films this week. I've gone into this. Have you seen The Walking Dead, The World Beyond or something like that on Amazon Prime? I've started watching it the last couple of weeks. It's not that good, but I'm hooked. Anyway, I am okay. Crazy Toon Productions is back. Let's get the party started.
Wow.
Wallace Viegas is here. Says hi, Dan and Brandon.
Hello.
Will X45 says Dan, who is playing Peekaboo. Bullet said that must have been the technical difficulties. Who else we got? Marcus Ye is back. Marcus Ye. Lucas is here. Benjamin McCargo is here. Sunny S994 is still back.
Wow.
We've got Gregory. We have Marcus says this is the second live stream in a row. Something's afoot, and I don't know if it's Hasbro or Unparalleled.
Yeah, someone. So they were saying on Unparalleled's live stream last week when he was on with Eve Rivera that they were saying that I was the gremlin, like messing around with our cables in the background.
Really?
That'd be an expensive flight to mess around with this live stream. I'll tell you that.
Who else we got? We got Phil Jones is back. Great to see you, Phil.
Wow.
We have Cap Lives is back. Jason Lopez is back. Scribble Fights channel is here. Thor 2012 is back. Yo. What's up, Dan and Brandon?
Wow.
We got Nightwing is here again. Jamie is back. Who else we got? Action Figure Expert is here. Hello. What's up? What's going on? How you guys doing? Rob Pollock is here again. He says, history will only remember the show uploaded on October 23rd, so the time delay isn't so bad.
He's making me feel better. I appreciate that, Rob. Yeah. I'm glad Rob's here. I said that to him when he popped in early, because, as I said, we're going to be mentioning a few characters where I'm not going to lie, I had to take some notes because I don't know the backstories of all these cosmic people when we're talking about the negative zone and all of that. But yeah, we'll get into it. But welcome, Rob. Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We do appreciate you kindly. And as always, if you want to interrupt the show and be a part of the show, then super chats, they are open and appreciated, helping the channel grow and all that good stuff. Super chats of over $4 or £4 will be read out by our robots, by our assistant Friday, who's sometimes lazy, sometimes is a little slow, but she gets to them eventually. It'll pop up on screen, interrupt us, and read them out. And we do appreciate it. It's always fun getting people involved. And it's good seeing the regulars here as well. So as I said, today we're talking about Legends. But I did want to just say, like, before we get into the Fantastic Four talk, I usually like showing off what we've got in the post this week, but I didn't really get a lot, Brandon. The only thing I got was something off you, and you've started me on a you've started me on a dark path, and dark path is the great segue that I didn't even realize I used.
Dan, if you're watching, I did it. I got the receipts. I set him on AOA. He's got Dark Beast sat there.
When I say dark path, I meant dark beast. So
there you go.
So I now have the hammer that says sugar on it. So I now need to build Sugar Man. That requires me buying 6 other figures in this wave.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, from you for Halloween.
It's crazy. I wanted Sugar Man and I wanted Dark Beast, so there's no other way to do it. That's how Hasbro get you with the Buddy Builder figure. They make the Builder figure unmissable, and now I've got to pick up character designs that I'm not interested in, but it's fine. It's all Legends, it's all love, all the same. But yes, let me just make sure.
What I got in the post this week, it was only this lovely lady.
Oh, so who did you order her from?
Collector's Den.
And is so I've not opened mine yet, Brandon. You've got yours out there. That is soft goods on the back. She's got like a bit of fur on there.
Yeah, super soft goods. This is literally. I honestly think this is one of the best figures of the year. Definitely one of the Black Series. I mean, it's phenomenal. It is all pinless. The soft goods are really, really nice. It's not like sometimes the soft goods for the Black Series can be a bit cheap. It's not cheap at all. Really, really nice. Amazing articulation. She has butterfly joints. She's got the ball joint at the neck. Nice. It is solid. Really, really good figure here from Hasbro. Amazing. Yeah. But my post is not over for this week, is it, Dan?
Okay. It's the end of the week is. I'd say the end of the week is Sunday, so you've still got a day left. So let's hope something turns up tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And the post will be there. But
always they are the best ever.
But yeah, we can talk about them next week because then I'll have them in hand as well, and I won't be as jealous, and we can show them off.
No problem.
Yeah. So right. So again, appreciate everyone being here. So we're going to get into the main topic of the show now. So the main topic is, of course, and I'll throw a picture up on screen. I'll wait a second because we've got a super chat from Unboxing Art. And I appreciate it kindly. So we'll wait for Friday to read that out for us. As I said, she's a little bit slow, all right? But she's been sipping some of my cider. So let me know as well in the comments, where are you? Where are you as you listen to this? I'm always curious where people sit and listen to streams. Like, I usually listen to them while I'm reviewing or tidying up the house or just mundane things. Are you at work? Are you at home? I'm very curious to hear how you're listening to the show. Very curious. Because people are from all over the place with different times of the day and all that. So, yeah, we shall see. So, all right. Let me go down here. So, if the super chat doesn't pop up, I'll mention it in a second. But can you see on screen the Fantastic Four retro figures? That is what we're here talking about today. So, the pictures on screen are just a little bit random, to be honest. I think that's wave 2. We're going to go through the whole the whole series. There was 4 waves essentially throughout from 1994 to 96. I think some of them may hit early end of 1993. So we're talking before Brandon was born. This is how we're talking. Because you were born, you were born 94, right?
96.
Wow. So these figures were out before you were born. Full stop.
So
Brandon's definitely not going to remember these.
Yeah.
Now, I think as a kid, I had maybe The Thing. I only remember The Thing when I look back at these packages. Do you know when you forget what you've got and you look back, you see pictures and then that memory hits you? So I think I had maybe The Thing, but there's a lot of characters in here that were the first time they were made in figure form were in this particular wave. Like the first time you ever got a Thanos action figure, for example, was in this wave. So this is the very first Thanos figure way back in 1990. I think wave 2 was probably 94, 95. So yeah, way back then. So Thanos has been around longer than you in figure form, Brandon.
How funny is that? The other thing is, I never knew Thanos had a red and blue costume.
I can't think of the red and blue. That's not red and blue in the pictures, right?
I'm sure it's red. Isn't it red? Or am I just seeing
No, it's blue. It's just the blue and orange, as we know. It's not red. It's just the way the picture's probably contrasted.
Just from where I had the chat down here, it looks red. My bad.
All right, Friday's been a bit lazy, so I just want to shout out to Unboxing Art. He dropped in a super chat. He said, "Damn, Dan, getting some sugar from Brandon. Much respect to both of you. Thank you very much, Unboxing Art. Hopefully one day we'll get some guests on this show and you can come and join us. Yes." He set me down a terrible path. So when I go and run out of money towards the end of the year, it's Brandon's fault because I had to backtrack and get the rest of Sugar Man. Yes. I'll be sending an invoice to Brandon. So let's get into it. So the whole reason we're talking about this Fantastic Four retro is Doctor Doom. So this has officially been announced. We're getting Doctor Doom on the retro card. So it is the old school retro card, just revamped, updated for 2020. The same thing they did with Spider-Man and X-Men. So that is the figure we're getting, the one you see on screen right now. So this is the figure that it's actually inspired by. Doctor Doom from Series 1 of the Fantastic Four figures from about 94, 93, that type of era. So there you can see the old version that has been inspired for the new version. So that is your upgrade. So today we're going to go through the Fantastic Four series throughout the years and talk about, we'll do the standard hit and miss for particular characters we would like to see on this retro card. Now, as I said, it may not be retro to Brandon, but it may be retro to some of you. As I said, this Spider-Man and X-Men are my go-to, but this one's still a fun card back. And getting the core Fantastic Four team on here would be great, I think, for display. And Doom's a great place to start because everyone loves some villains. So, are you, before we get into this, Brandon, are you a fan of Fantastic Four just in general?
Yes. Yeah, big fan of Fantastic Four. Really, really love Fantastic Four.
What's your, introduction? Being the whole generation gap behind me, what's your introduction to the Fantastic Four? Was it cartoons? Was it the comics?
I think if I remember rightly, wasn't there an episode in either Invincible Iron Man and his adventures or in the X-Men or in Spider-Man where the Fantastic Four and the Avengers and the X-Men, didn't they all cross over at one point?
There's definitely been crossovers throughout because Fox in the early 90s had like a Marvel Action Power Hour or something like that. And they commissioned loads of shows. So they got Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man, Fantastic Four. And that's what spun out a lot of these toy lines because they were doing Avengers and when Toy Biz had the license. And then as soon as the TV shows started to make a bit of a pop, that's when they started rebranding the figures to the card backs that we now know and love. But I'm sure there was a crossover. Do you want to hear? Do you know you always give me crazy facts? Do you want to hear a crazy fact?
Yes.
So the original Fantastic Four cartoon back in the 60s was done by Hanna-Barbera. I can't say that right. The same person that makes Flintstones and the Jetsons and Johnny Bravo and stuff like that, right? Hanna-Barbera. I can't. You know what I'm talking about anyway. I can't pull the word from the top of my head. That animator. So that was the first ever Fantastic Four cartoon back in the 60s. And there was actually a crossover episode where the Thing was in the Flintstones. So there's an episode of the Flintstones with the Thing. Okay, so the super chat is working. Friday was just a little bit slow. So Mark says, thank you very much.
99 through super chat. Brandon, back in 1996, we used to ride our dinosaurs to the toy shop just like in Flintstones.
Thank you very much, Mark Tatsak. So he says, Brandon, back in 1996, we used to ride our dinosaurs to the toy shop just like the Flintstones. That's crazy that we just mentioned the Flintstones as you said that. So that was meant to happen, Mark Tatsak, and we appreciate you. Hanna-Barbera, say that for me, Brandon, because my brain will mix up the words in my head and make me sound like an idiot. Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera. Is that just as simple as that? All right? I need to hear it before I say it. We had the whole mix up with Chode last episode that I can't even get into. Do you know? And I'm still waking up at night going, Chode.
But I think that there was like I think my earliest memory of Fantastic Four was that sort of 90s, maybe a 90s rerun of that cartoon. But I think the first time I was like the point where I was like really like woken up to Fantastic Four was definitely the Fantastic Four movies, the original ones.
The one with Captain America as Johnny Storm. Those ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
that was what really woke me up to it. And then I saw Rob Pollock at one point mentioned the crossovers with the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I think that that show's one of my favorite shows of ever as well. But I think it was definitely the movies that really brought it to my attention and kind of launched me into it, especially off the back of X-Men and Spider-Man at the time.
Yeah. There was a 90s show as well, by the way. There's been a couple of cartoons made in different eras, and there definitely was a 90s one. It just wasn't as popular. But it's on Disney Plus. If you go back and watch it, you'll be able to find out. And by the way, I appreciate everybody breaking down how to say these words to me, but my dyslexic brain doesn't even know how to say and pronounce the broken down elements of that word. So there's no point, honestly. My brain doesn't fit letters together that way. It's just an issue my brain has. But I appreciate you all the same. But yeah, that Fantastic Four show is on Disney Plus. So maybe you'll find a crossover episode if you Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 105 people in the chat.
Pal, welcome everybody. I love it when we hit triple digits. Makes me feel good.
Me too.
Makes me feel good. So I do appreciate it. As I said, I'll probably go back on the chat and pick up the comments that I missed, because I am very curious to know where everyone is and how they're listening. But obviously I can't stop and read them all. But I will go back and see that, because that does make me curious. And is anyone else drinking, or is it just me? Because I've started early tonight, so I'm hoping by the end of it I've went through a few. But if I'm the only one drinking, and then I'm just the grumpy old man who can't pronounce things drinking beer, I'll blame it on the alcohol, all right? Like T-Pain did and Jamie Foxx.
There you go.
Right, so let's get.
I've got downstairs, but I've not jumped into it yet.
Yeah, save his ice cream for later. It's, he likes to eat his ice cream before he goes to bed. That's what it is. It's a late night snack for him. Right.
There you go.
Right, so let's get into it. Let's go into it. So
excited.
Series 1 of Fantastic Four. That's obviously the first big hitter was Reed Richards himself, Mr. Fantastic. So you'll notice that the card, the Fantastic Four character designs on this particular card are in the very old school, classic, traditional blue and white, which we haven't got yet in the Marvel Legends Hasbro era. We've got the Walgreens one, which are the lighter blue with the dark blues, and then we've got the darker blues than that with the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave. But we are yet to get updates of the blue and the white. So for me personally, that is my prediction for this. We're going to get the classic Fantastic Four, but in their more classic blue and white. And God knows what Reed Richards is holding there. Let me zoom in and have a look.
Because I think at the moment we got the blue and the black classic, and then we have the blue and the black modern, don't we?
Yeah. It's basically two different shades of blue without the white highlights. And I think the white highlights is probably my mind's eye version of the Fantastic Four. Out of the two versions we've got at the minute, I think I prefer the Walgreens exclusive, but the Skrull Build-A-Figure wave version of Fantastic Four, of the modern costumes from the Dan Slott run in recent Marvel, when he jumped from Spider-Man to Fantastic Four, I believe. But Reed Richards is the first one, so I think he is an obvious choice. I think we will see him on this card backed by Hasbro. So do we want him? I think this is an easy one. Would you want the Fantastic Four in the white?
The YouTube on my iPad keeps lagging, so I was trying to catch up with everything on here. I think I'm gonna skip this.
Interesting.
And the reason why is simply because I already have my blue and black classic, and I already have my blue and black modern. So I don't really need the blue and the white.
Is this not your mind's eye version of Fantastic Four, though? That's my argument. Like, I completely understand if you are happy with the Fantastic Four you've got on the shelf already. That's great. That's fine.
Yeah.
But for me, as I said, having that character on the display is about having my mind's eye version of that character. Like, what I think of when someone says that character name. And when I think of Fantastic Four, I think of the white and blue. So I would welcome a re-release on this retro card. But yeah, that version you're holding now, that you were holding before, is my favourite currently. But let's hope we don't just get stretchy arms, or stretchy fingers. We don't want salad finger Reed Richards.
Yeah.
We want more. Give us different accessories.
I think that's something that would convince me to get it if there was, the long arms again, or a long neck, or long legs, or something like that. But I don't know how they would fit it in the packaging. Although it could be cool if they did it like if it was like the head, for example, like if it went round the curve of the packaging, could be fun.
Yeah. As like Laserpants says, he says this is the look for Fantastic Four in my opinion, and I'm sure I agree, and I'm sure others do as well. But as I said, that's the great thing about collecting and Marvel in general. As everyone has their favourite character designs, costumes, and eras. So there's no wrong answer at all. But just picking out a few comments. Articulated Heroine says, hit with the Stiltman like legs and arm extensions. That would be very good. I know that I think Hasbro or Toy Biz, one of the two, did that in the past with some of the movie versions of Fantastic Four, I believe. A few people are saying they're happy. Benjamin saying he's happy with his Walgreens Fantastic Four team. So yes, people seem to like agree that if it came out in the blue and white, they'd want it. But if it never came out, we wouldn't be mad because we have got the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
This next one, though, however, is one where I think would change a few opinions because, of course, it is Ben Grimm, The Thing. Now, I threw 3 different pictures up on the screen currently because throughout the Fantastic Four series back in the 90s, Thing was actually part of Series 1, Series 3, and Series 4. So he had 3 separate releases with different character designs each time. So the first single release was the shorts that we're used to seeing him. The second was the disguise with the trench coat and the hat. And the fourth was more of the tank top Thing. So my question is not really, do you want Thing? Because let's be honest, the Thing was probably the best Marvel Legend of 2018. Full stop. So there's no doubts this is a great figure, and any excuse to get it back out would be great. But which version of the Thing you want? Now, we know Hasbro don't do cloth goods, but let's just pretend they did. Let's just pretend for this, they made an exception, all right? So cloth goods is on the table. Which version of Thing would you want out of these 3?
Because as well, think on the new Doctor Doom, that has I know it's not a lot of cloth goods, but there's still cloth goods around the neck.
Compare that to a trench coat.
Yeah, but I definitely think if they, I think we would get all 3 eventually, for sure. But if you were going to ask me which one first, I would say the trench coat would be the most popular for sure, especially considering the recent popularity of the NECA Raphael with the trench coat, which you're about to reach for. There we go.
I'll get him off the shelf. I do love this one. I'll throw it to the people, I'm sure.
Yeah, and the thing is that we already have a Thing at the moment in 2 existing costumes that are pretty cool costumes. They do exactly what we would need them to do. And yes, I think it would be great to have the blue and the white because it would fit with the new designs for the other ones that we're bound to get. But I think having that disguise would just, the ACBA guys especially would go crazy. It would be a lot of fun to...
What I love about the disguise one is that underneath he could be wearing the traditional blue shorts that matches the rest of the team anyway. So so it's not like the trench coat is stuck on there if it's cloth goods. So that would be my choice, is have that classic look but with the trench coat. However, I doubt Hasbro are going to give us that. But it's still nice. That's why we're here. We're here to fantasize and wish list. That's what the channel... That's what these streams are all about, just to have some fun. So do you notice anyone in the chat? What are the chat saying with this particular Thing? Which version would they prefer?
So we've got... Wallace says Thing with the trench coat and hat. Phil says trench coat and hat. Prophet says trench coat. Cap Liv says if Thing is wearing pants, I'll buy him. Jay's Fig says I want the Thing with the trench coat. Nightwing says hit. I will just get one of each to keep them on card. The something else that saved this comic book says I would put the blue and the black with my Avengers and the blue and the white on my actual Fantastic Four shelf. That isn't a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. If Thing is wearing pants, yep. And then Jay's Fig says, if he sucks, I can put the coat on the Walgreens Thing. Mark Tac says Flasher Coat Thing. Logan Taylor says all of them.
Flasher Coat, that's his official name. Flasher Coat Thing.
Yeah. Luis Perez says classic, the full-on suit, then the soft goods one. Rob Pollock says he'd take all 3. Mark Tac says Thing, he would definitely take it. Thor 2012 says, I want the jumpsuit version for sure. I already have the trench coat from the Toy Biz thing. That's a good point.
Yeah.
1K Peters says the trench and the short pant thing is the one he wants or she wants. Coat, Everything Man Call CD says the coat thing for sure. Kev's Collectibles, Crazy Toon, Benjamin Cargo, Kevin Warthorpe, and Bullet 74. Everybody's saying definitely the trench coat.
Yeah, I knew that obviously the trench coat was the most popular, and I do think I think I've seen videos of people putting the trench coat of the Toy Biz version on the new release, and it sort of fits. But I'm sure there's good customizers out there as well, good seamstresses and stuff like that can make that happen. So I'm sure we could maybe will it into existence like we did Cyborg Spider-Man. Who knows, people? Who knows? But if Marvel are watching this, then make trench coat thing happen. I know cloth goods pay a little bit more, but we don't mind paying that deluxe price when it comes to thing, all right? So we work with you, Hasbro, all right? We work with you. Right.
Because that's what I love as well, is when they gave him those extra hands, the fisted hands and the open hands.
Yeah, right. So this next one. So Thing is obviously a big hit from everyone, I'm sure. So this next one is one which I think is inevitable. Maybe on this card back, or maybe in the villains wave. And I didn't mean to say inevitable to say it was Thanos, because it's not Thanos. It's Mole Man. Or not, it's Mole Man. It's when I think of Mole Man, I just think of that scene from The Simpsons, where Mole Man makes that movie, and it's like, man gets hit in the groin by a football. Oh, my groin. So many great Mole Man moments. I could sit here and quote them, but I won't. Instead, we'll talk about Marvel's Mole Man, who's a former scientist who turned villain. Apparently he fell down a massive hole, Brandon.
Mole Man.
Hang on. Let me switch the screen. Let me switch, because that is easily the way it's going to be, isn't it, people? Let's be honest. It is Doc Ock's body turned into Mole Man. And if you say you don't want Mole Man, you're a liar, because you do. You need him in your Hasbro era. So
I definitely think it would make more sense to put this into the retro card as opposed to put it not I was gonna say not to waste the space in the villains wave. Not because it would waste the space, but because it would be better suited to this, and there are other more needed, necessary villains that should go in that villains wave. But this is happening for sure. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
Yeah, and Pat, I just want to shout out Marcus in the chat mentioned a couple of people that make really good soft goods. So JCE Slim, JP Slot, Scotticus Customs, which I have used here in the UK. Yeah, shout out to Scotticus Customs. Yeah, they're all really good at soft goods, 100%. Yeah. But back to Mole Man. So, as I said, I took some notes. So he's a former scientist who apparently fell down a giant hole, Brandon, right? That's actually his origin. He fell down a big hole and fell to the center of the earth. And his schemes usually consist of trying to rule the surface of the earth with the aid of his Molites. I think they're called Molites. Again, I could be wrong. But his subterranean mole human hybrids that basically he controls. He rules over them. That is what you see in the packaging right there, little Molites. I think they're called Molites. Right there, look at that little thing. Have you ever seen the film Descent? Yeah. Imagine Mole Man with loads of those creatures from Descent. That is a real villain right there. If you've not seen the film Descent, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you want to get scared on Halloween, then I'll 100% recommend watching The Descent. All right, it's the origin of Mole Man. But yeah, that little thing. I just want Mole Man for that accessory right there. That little burnt little chip that he looks like. Yeah. But yeah, Mole Man could have a cloth cape as well.
The thing about that is I love how Hasbro have really been revisiting like some real great hits of characters like Falcon, Kang, War Machine, Pyro. Like every time we mention a figure and I look behind, I see it on the shelf and I know it's one of those definitive versions. I think it's just I think it's really exciting when they do things like this, when they bring out characters that everybody knows, everybody loves, everybody wants on the shelf, and they just smash it. So I think this is definitely a given.
Yeah, and I want to just shout out 42012 made a good point as well. So technically, this is Marvel's very first supervillain, because Marvel's first superhero team was the Fantastic Four. It was made to rival the Justice League of America. That was made by Detective Comics, etc., because that was a big hit, etc. You know the history. But Mole Man was the first villain in Fantastic Four #1. So Mole Man is technically the very first Marvel super villain.
Yeah.
So we need him in figure form. So I'm assuming, did the comics say I've said it wrong? Is it Molites? Am I completely wrong? I might ask Google Translate to say it for me.
Maybe?
Moloids, maybe Moloids, Molites, something like that. I'll just spell it. I'll put it in Google Translate. Google Translate tells me. All right, let's see if it says it for me.
Moloids.
Moloids. Yeah, that'll do. Moloids. That'll do. I'm trying to get my pronunciations right, but never know. Right, so yeah, Doctor Doom is better though. You're not wrong. We didn't say Mole Man was the best supervillain. We just said he was the first. All right. So make sure you don't fall down any giant holes, because you yourself could turn into a supervillain just like Mole Man. There's Doctor Doom. That's when he's not scarred up though, and he's trying to be good. He's trying to reform.
Yeah. Did you ever get a soft goods cape for?
No, the only soft good cape I've got is for the custom Emma Frost that I made from Scotticus Customs. It's one of them where there's so many characters with capes. If I started to buy capes for every, I'd have to get one for Magneto and one for like looking around. There's so many. But
yeah. I just knocked over a bunch of figures. The only ones I think I've got soft goods capes on is Thor and Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, they'd be good ones as well.
I got to get one for Vision soon as well. I keep forgetting.
Very nice. So let me just jump to the chat.
But yeah, so that's definitely.
So yeah, let's do the hit and miss, all right? Because sorry if you've already said it and we've missed it. But jump in the chat, like the chat up with hit or miss. Brandon will shout a couple out. If you like it, tell us why you like it. If you don't, tell us why you don't. All right, give us a bit of context to your thoughts. Let us get inside your heads. Hit or miss on Glorious Mole Man and his little Moloids. We could get a little Moloids accessory pack, or God knows. But look at that. How do you not want this little alien thing right there? Come on now. I want that in figure form. I need at least 4 of them to stand with Mole Man on the shelf.
At least 4 of them. You cracked me up.
Hang on, I've got Mole Man somewhere.
Oh yeah, Jace Figs is right. I've got a cape on Moon Knight as well. I forgot about that. Can you believe? I know I'm sidetracked quickly, but can you believe that Red Hulk came out this year? Didn't that feel like a lifetime ago?
Yeah, start of the year, wasn't it? I remember being I was somewhere else. That's got to be January maybe, because I was out of the city when I seen that pop up.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So let's have a look.
By the way, I've got a world exclusive after you've read out some comments.
Okay. Rush has hit us off. Has kicked us off. He said hit. Apex says hit. Bullet says hit. Pretzel says miss. Marvel says hit. Lucas, Crazy Toons, Sunny all say hit. Sunny says, Brandon, I've not seen your collection behind you for ages. I think I did last week, didn't I? I can't remember. I lose track. But there you go. Here it is. All my legends in their plastic glory. Logan says hit. Lucas says, I love Mole Man. Don't we all, Lucas? Tyrone says, I can't wait. JV Man says hit. Something else says hit. Christian says miss. Jay says miss. Dude. Don't think the figure good. Rashawn says definitely a hit with Mole Man. Laser Pants is here, and he says that is a hit. Mark Rose says miss. Thor 2012, Mark Tac both say hit. The Wolfpack Toy Review is here with us, and he says miss. I like the Minion, but I'm not feeling that Mole Man. Who else we got? We got Tyrone says is laughing with us about Red Hulk. Midnight says, do any of the figures that do you own any figures of the Beetle, Spider-Man villain? I don't have Beetle, but you probably do.
I have all of them.
I know you do. Mark Tac says hit. I respect anyone that fell down a big hole. Oh man, Mark Tac cracks me up. Apex says hit. Fighting Tyler says Mole Man is a hit, especially with Moloids. Apex, Rob all say hit. Marvelous, Nerd, Nightwing, Phil Jones, and Wheels for Legs all say hit.
So that is 95% hit there on Mole Man.
Yeah,
so
that is a solid hit.
So yeah, and by the way, now we've got over 140 people around. So I just want to say hello, welcome once again. If you want to tweet about it, put us in your Instagram story. I will always share it, of course, and we do appreciate the love. Trying to get some new people in here. I love the regulars as well, of course. And for everyone that's here, I've got a world exclusive. I've managed to get my hand on Mole Man and some Moloids. Actually, I'm not even joking. Let me switch the camera.
Where is he?
I'm kicking you off the camera just for this one. This needs to have its own glory. All right, world exclusive right here on the channel. I ain't got any sound effects to play, but there he is. Mole Man action figure. Scales with Marvel Legends. He's there. And then we've also got the Moloids as well to go with him. So we've got Mole Man and Moloids right now for your Marvel Universe. I'm going to have the world exclusive review on this.
My iPad is behind.
Going to have the world exclusive review on this. If you want to see a Who Is He segment for Mole Man and breaking down some articulation and some comparisons and all that good stuff, then you let me know. But Mole Man and Moloids are out right now. I have them first. That's right. Fuck you, Eve Rivera 94. I got Mole Man first. What you going to do about it? Chim, 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 chiroo to you. There we go. Yeah, I know you're all jealous.
Oh, okay. I'm loaded. That's so funny.
Am I wrong? Is it not Mole Man? Is it not Mole Man?
No. There you go.
Right. I'm getting sidetracked here with
quickly.
Yes.
Just quickly. N Landero says, "Hey Dan, who? I'm a fan of your content and appreciate all the work you put into your videos. I collect Marvel Legends, Masters of the Universe Origins, and G.I. Joe Classified. We need more Inhumans."
Wow. Do you know what? Thank you very much, and that is a perfect segue because the next one we're talking about is an Inhuman. He is the king of the Inhumans, but he can't say a word, of course. It is Black Bolt. Now we've already had Black Bolt in figure form. I actually think he's quite close to me to grab. Yeah, he is.
Mine's currently entangled with Medusa.
Oh yeah, you need to stand next to Medusa, otherwise Medusa will fall over and knock over all your Marvel Legends like a bowling ball. That heavy hair. But yes,
this is how I have mine posed. Is like this.
Hang on, let me switch it back. Let me switch it back so the people can see. That's sweet. That's sweet. You've went for the opposite head to me. I've went for this version. There you go.
I kept the SDCC version. I preferred the black over the blue.
There he is. So we've already got him in figure form. So technically, I don't think Hasbro will give us him again on this retro card. I really don't. There's no reason to, because what can Hasbro do currently? And the comments can let me know if they have any suggestions. But if Hasbro were going to give us this give us Black Bolt on a retro card, how would you update it? How would you improve it? Clearly, maybe not the Bookie Cat body would be the first suggestions. Yeah, different body. I'm curious to know what you think. But for current Marvel Legends, this isn't a bad Black Bolt. But I don't think it's essential, and I don't think it will happen. But he was made on the retro card back in the 90s. So I'll put him back on.
I'm thinking the Sunfire body mold.
Yeah, that'd be a good shout.
Is it Sunfire body mold?
Yeah, it is. That's probably the best book we've got currently. Like your best sort of articulated, athletic, muscular body type. So I'm curious to see. The chat's a little bit slow on our end, so it takes us a minute to catch up. But what are people saying? All right, so how would they improve? Yeah, how would they improve?
So Rob Pollock says Black Bolt is a miss for me this time out. Unless they gave him butterfly joints, then maybe.
Same, exactly what we just said. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay says Black Bolt is so underrated. Marvel Collector UK says miss if it's a reissue. Sunfire body would work good. Would work well. Logan Taylor says we need a new black suit, Black Bolt, because that's true as well. the black suit was only an SDCC version, so a lot of people might not have the black suit.
I don't have the black suit as well. I'm one of them.
Yeah. And then Inquisitive Mind says he's in an entanglement. Lucas says Sonic Scream accessory piece could be cool.
Yeah.
Could also be reused for Banshee. Am I right?
Yeah. So Wheels for Legs. Sorry to jump in, but Wheels for Legs and Prophet are on the same sort of page I am. And we mentioned this when we talked about Riders, is that we've already got a decent Medusa and a Black Bolt. So I would rather see Crystal and then Wheels for Legs mentioned Lockjaw as well. So that I mentioned this in the Riders Wave stream that we did. We talked about wishlisting Riders, and we said that Crystal with Lockjaw is a perfect 2-pack for a Riders Wave, a way to sneak in an oddball sort of character with that at that price point, that $40 price point. But a lot of people are buying up that Mezco 112 version of Black Bolt just to get Lockjaw for their Legends. Like, even I was tempted to get that Mezco 112 Lockjaw and Black Bolt just so I had a Lockjaw for the Legends display. But that's a very expensive way to get it. I've seen a few good customs as well. So yeah, just on the same wavelength as them. If we were going to get Inhumans, then Black Bolt, as much as he is probably one of my favourite Inhumans, we don't need him again so soon on figure form. I'd rather take one of the Inhumans we haven't got. And we will get to a couple as we move along. We will get to a few because the Fantastic Four and Inhumans do have entanglements of their own, if that's the word of the day. But yeah.
Just one. Go on. Mr. Rectangular is in the chat.
Pal, how you doing, my friend? Welcome this evening, Todd. We appreciate you. We just talked about the Cyborg Spider-Man. We said we willed it into existence. You leaked it out there for the people. We appreciate you. Right, so let's keep going. Let me see what the next picture is. Next. Right, so yeah, Black Bolt.
So far we've done Reed, Thing, and Moleman, and...
Okay, so let's see if you can guess this next one, all right? So this next one was a Builder figure. So it's a figure we've already had. And the character design hasn't really changed a lot either. And the Builder figure still holds up, to be honest. It came in the Epic Heroes sort of version of Legends. I'd say 2013, 2014. You already know who it is, right?
I've been saying it, Terrax.
Terrax, yeah, sorry. I wasn't looking. But yes, Terrax, one set. Where's my image? I told you, I need a producer. Terrax, there he is on the screen. There he is, Terrax.
I would love this.
So I think this has got to happen, right? This has got to happen. It's a mold that they've already made that hasn't really got a lot of reuse.
No.
That they could just repack on this packaging, done.
Yeah.
But is it too big for the standard size packaging is my question. I haven't got Dr. Doom in hand yet, so I don't know how big that packaging is. But would the current Build-A-Figure Terrax fit on the Fantastic Four packaging in just regular size? I don't know.
Yeah, it might need that deluxe treatment.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they released it just like that, I would be so down for it. Because this was one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite Build-A-Figures. One of my first Build-A-Figures. But I sold it years ago because I was trying to clear out some of my cosmic stuff. But yeah, I mean, if we got that, I would love it for sure, 100%.
Yeah, he was one of the Build-A-Figures I never finished from way back in the day. I was missing like one of the Ghost Riders or something like that. So I ended up selling off the parts I had. I think I had the main upper body. I think I was just missing maybe the legs. I can't remember. But either way, I haven't got them either. So I would happily take a repack on this packaging. And I do think we will see Terrax somewhere. Terrax the Tamer, obviously the Herald of Galactus. And Galactus actually gave him that weapon, that cosmic axe, capable of generating waves of cosmic force. So yeah, he is a perfect companion to the future Haslab Galactus that we may get. Who knows? But he's one of a few Heralds of Galactus that we're going to be talking about because, as you know, he's not the most famous Herald of Galactus, but he is a Build-A-Figure that I'm sure people will want.
Marcus Yee makes a good point as well. He says, I mean, unless they re-release it on the Omega Red body, but I don't know, would that be big enough?
I'm trying to think.
The other thing I thought was maybe the new Thanos body that they showed us.
Has anybody got the Terrax head that they could pop off and put on the Omega Red body? And you can tell us, does it fit? Because I know that harness, that T harness that he's got on him, was a separate plastic piece on top of the body. So maybe that Terrax head would scale with the Omega Red body, or it might sit a bit too big. My guess would be it sit a bit too big. I don't think I've still got the Terrax Build-A-Figure parts. I really don't. Otherwise, I'll check it myself. But it is a character that we need a re-release of.
Tyrone says the Apocalypse body.
Yeah, that would work for Terrax. That'll work. Bit of new sculpting detail on the chest to give him the T. Yeah. But it could be an overlay like the original Build-A-Figure was anyway. Just a rubber overlay of the T. But yeah, Terrax.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a hit with the chat. There's a lot of hit. Yeah, lots of hit.
All right, good. Right, so moving on. So we just mentioned Heralds of Galactus, but can the chat and yourself mention a more famous Herald of Galactus? Can you think of any others? Any others come to the top of your head? There's been a few in the comments.
I think the Scarlet Skater.
Scarlet Skater. Not quite.
No, not quite. Let me think. The Grey Golfer.
Grey Golfer. He's famous. He's powerful, but it's not the one. It's not the one. And Marvel, we do need a Grey Golfer Marvel Legend as well. Continue, Brandon.
Am I on the right track though? Let me think.
Close. Getting close.
Silver Sailor.
Silver Sailor. Oh my god. I want a Silver Sailor figure. I don't know why, but I'll stand him next to Pirate Deadpool on the shelf. I'll have Silver Sailor and Pirate Deadpool together. Ultimate Force. They could be both join the Avengers.
One of my favorites.
Of course it's Silver Surfer, people. The chat knew as well. You were the only one to guess Silver Sailor, though, to be honest. You were the only one to go that far.
Yay! I appreciate for the fact that I just came up with those names on the spot, different colours and the alliteration. That was solid.
Grey Golfer, Silver Sailor. Does anyone in the comments want a Silver Sailor and Grey Golfer? Please let me know, all right? Let me know. And the Scarlet Skater, of course. Can't forget the Scarlet Skater. Let us know in the comments below.
I would eat, if they did this with a nice chrome metallic paint, I would get 3.
Well, as you can see from the picture, the original release of this, it was like on an action skateboard. The skateboard was oversized because it had wheels on it, and you could literally roll it around. But yeah, the chrome is very nice on this, and that is the type of chrome we deserve. That shiny sort of metallic, the one where you can't really do a review under it because the lights would just shine off it too much. That's the type of Silver Surfer we deserve. But yeah, I think this one's. Considering when I spoke to the Hasbro team, they said they're well aware of the aftermarket, and it is one of the proxies they use for re-releases. Now that Walgreen Silver Surfer, let's be honest, is going up. It's going up on the aftermarket. So this is a great way to re-release that figure with an updated paint job and put it on this classic packaging. Now, the Hasbro team, when they're going to be looking back and doing their research on this classic packaging, they're going to notice how shiny that is, right? Surely they're going to notice that and go, how can we make our Marvel Legend so shiny?
The only thing I was thinking, though, was that we're getting that new Walgreens exclusive Silver Surfer with the kind of black washed look. Silver Surfers in 1 year. That being said, we did get multiple Iron Mans and Captain Americas this year, and Silver Surfer is a very popular character with the fans. So, I mean, I think it would be great if they did it. I would love them to do it.
Well, the Fallen, the figure that you're talking about, is getting re-released as a Walgreens exclusive, isn't it? Where this Fantastic Four packaging isn't. Well, we don't know. We're just fantasizing here, but. It probably isn't going to be exclusive to any particular place. Maybe, who knows? Let's hope not, for the American sakes. It's not Target. But maybe. I don't see why not. I think people would buy it.
Especially if it was chrome like that, 100%.
Yeah,
massive.
But yeah, I would very easily take the re-release of the Silver Surfer. I think I've still got mine. If you bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, you have one in the box, don't you?
I just wanted to see how shiny it was. So it's not bad. The Hasbro version isn't bad, to be fair. Like we like to give Hasbro crap, but this Silver Surfer is not bad at all.
I love that figure, man. I love that box. It
does have a bit of shine.
I really resent not picking up one and just keeping it nice and sealed and looking lovely.
Well, this one was reviewed. It's not sealed, but it's still as good as it can be, to be fair.
Do you remember I sent you that picture once of when I walked into a Walgreens in Florida, and there was just like loads of them in Florida.
Next time you do that, Brandon, you have to just buy everything, right? Yeah.
I've done that 3 times, at Walgreens. Once with Silver Surfer, once with the
Thing and Silver Surfer must eat you up because that is crazy. How much they went for eventually.
All three of those, and I'd seen like 5 or 6 on the shelf at a time. So silly.
So I'm just on the screen. I'm just putting a comparison picture up of the current Silver Surfer compared to the old version. So it's Hasbro didn't do a bad job. They didn't do a bad job, but we can get shinier, right? We can get shinier. Is my point.
Yeah, for sure. Easily can go shinier.
Right, but to be honest, it's a hit for Silver Sailor for me. Silver Sailor's hit. How many hits we got for Silver Sailor? Only joking. Steady on, mate. We've all had a bit to drink, having a bit of fun. No need to mention Target on here, Dan. I do apologise, Lucas. I do apologise. I don't want to get us kicked off again. We know the YouTube likes to mess around with my streams lately. And it seems to be messing with everyone's stream, so I don't feel too bad. Every time I've jumped on someone's streams, they're also having a few issues, so hopefully it is just a YouTube issue. Right, miss, Silver Surfer. Action Figure Expert's not a fan, but everyone else seems hit. All right, so...
Guys, start saying why miss if you do say miss. I'm curious.
I think some people say miss because... for them, they already have that figure. So
yeah, for sure.
Some people are not idiots like me, and to you as well to a certain extent. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling you an idiot. Yeah. We buy everything virtually, whether we need it or don't. Sometimes we don't need it, and we still find a reason to buy it. You can use it as a doorstop or a paperweight. You can buy it.
Sometimes even if we don't find a reason to buy it, we convince the other.
Yeah.
There is always a reason.
Look, if I'm going down this rabbit hole, you're coming with me, Brandon. All right, that's what we do.
Exactly. Oh man.
Right, okay, so moving on, right. So we're an hour in and we've still got loads to go. And we're not even through the original members of the Fantastic Four. So we best get to them, shall we?
Let's start looking through them.
Okay, so the next one. Susan Storm, a.k.a. Invisible Woman. Yeah. So she got 2 releases from the original Fantastic Four. She was in Series 2, I believe. Yeah. And I think she was in Series 2, but she just had like a variant. Or Series 2 and Season 3, something like that. I can't remember. Either way, there's 2 versions of Sue Storm here. Now, Hasbro have given us Sue Storm, one with the shield and one with just the half arm. The Walgreens exclusive was just like a half translucent arm. Now, do we want, as a community, Hasbro are listening, we know Hasbro watch, do we want, as a community, a completely translucent Susan Storm Invisible Woman on this retro packaging?
Yes.
That's what we want, Hasbro, okay? Dan Yun, Ryan, if you're listening.
Super chat.
Okay, beautiful. The Prophets jumped in. Let's jump back. All right, let's see if Friday says it for a second. But yes, Sue Storm is definitely someone we want in the all translucent look. It's like, but they need to do a better job than they did with Iceman. Iceman was like a little bit misty, a bit more blue in colour. Yeah. There's the super chat. Thank you very much, Friday.
Profit $924.
I'm wondering how
$99 through super chat to help with AOA purchases towards Sugar Man. The Terrax head is the same size of a Mega Red, but ball on body is too small.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Profit. Profit 924. We appreciate that, and I appreciate you because he says to help with the AOA purchases towards Sugar Man. Oh, I'm getting one step closer, people. Getting one step closer. But I appreciate that massively. And he's done the research for us. So he answered the question. We said, can the Terrax head fit on the same body as Omega Red? And he says that it does fit on the ball, but the body is too small, which is exactly what we predicted. I do think that head was too big for that body. So I don't think that's how they're going to give it us, unfortunately. Maybe Apocalypse would be a better shout for that particular body. But either way, it's inevitable. We're going to get Terrax again down the line. So thank you very much, Prophet924. Much appreciated for the super chat. Now, back to Susan Storm. Am I in agreement with the whole community and all 147 people in the chat right now? We want a fully translucent invisible woman on this retro packaging. Out of the two designs.
Yes. 1,000%.
Brandon is in agreement with me. Is everybody else?
Yeah, I'm seeing some hits here.
Tom saying
James
both.
Says, translucent Storm. Crazy Toon says hit for the translucent. Inquisitive says hit. Renard says hit. Tyrone said, I love it. 80% translucent, but with a coloured head and neck. Mark Tac Tac says hit.
100%, yeah, definitely. I'd take both. Tom said they'd take both. Tom, I agree with you. I take both. I'm an idiot. I'd buy two of both because that's the type of idiot I am.
Yeah.
So, like, Hasbro, it's an easy... I don't know actually how much of it is an easy. It's not technically a repaint. You're using different plastic. I don't know the mechanics of making toys, but I would like them, please. So make it happen, and we appreciate it. But like Rob said, he says, please both, but only blue and white. So... don't give us So like they did with the Walgreens exclusive version, I really like that figure, but it was always frustrating that your Sue Storm is always going to have a translucent hand. Now, I always say I like figures displaying their abilities. However, I like the option of being able to not have them as well. So that's my preference. But yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all in agreement. Let's see what the next photo is I have lined up. Okay, so this is good because we need to jump through these. So the obvious next choice would be her brother, Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. So he had a couple of variants as well, but I've only pulled up one because the other one was just a repaint of the Silver Surfer. This one, whereas it had like a light up effect in the back, do you know, like it would have like a spark, you lit a spark. But anyway, Human Torch. Now we've already got a fully flamed on Johnny Storm in the Walgreens exclusive. Then we got a regular Johnny Storm with interchangeable pieces in the Skrull Builder figure. So which version would you want on this retro packaging?
I would like a flame on version with butterfly joints.
Yes, that would be a nice choice. I would also like the flame on version, I think. Now I've got my unmasked Johnny Storm head. I could have that on a normal body. But it would annoy me, though, if we got... Say we got Sue, Reed, and Ben all with the light blue and white, but then we only got the flame on version of Johnny. Like, that would have bugged me because I like, as I said, I like those display options. So it's an awkward one because Human Torch, if you're only going to have one, I think you've got to go with the flamed on, but I don't know.
I think that's the big thing for me personally as well, is that if some of these get those articulation updates, then that would definitely help me buy into getting them for sure.
I think a lot of people like yourself would pick and choose these figures because if they don't have any nostalgic attachment. I myself didn't have these figures as a kid, so I don't have the nostalgic factor that I do as the Spider-Man. But I just still think they look good and would make a nice display piece just to have the original Fantastic Four team up. And Articulated Heroines is on the vodka again because he's cracking jokes in the chat. He says they could just release the the other members and leave a gap on your shelf for Invisible Sue. You're not wrong. You could just buy the other three and just leave a little space between Johnny and Reed and be like, it's clearly Invisible Woman with her full effects on display right there. But yeah, even if they give us different translucent parts, always give us the option. That's what I like. So Johnny Storm. Okay, question for the chat before we move on. If you were going to get Johnny Storm, just one Johnny Storm figure on this retro card, do you want fully flamed on, or would you want him in a matching uniform with the rest of the crew? that is my question for you. I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
Jamie says, I think Flame On would probably sell better to a casual fan. Mark Tech Tech says, Flame On. Sunny says, holy crap, 158 in the chat.
Woo!
Rob Pollock says, it's weird for me. I'm here for Iced Up, Iceman all day. But when it comes to Johnny, I want his costume before I want the Flame On version. Trevor says, I actually just want an empty Sue Storm card. Christopher Mine says they would go for matching uniform.
A proper troll move would be give us an empty card. But since we're over 150 people, I had to change the lights in the back. Now we're in party time. Now I have to crack open another cider as well. Now the party begins. Welcome everybody. Welcome. We appreciate you here. Really... See what I mean? Those flashing lights, they're like flies to lights. So like flashing lights. Let's join the channel. Beautiful. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Talking about toys on a Friday evening. Grab some ice cream. Grab a cider. Whatever you want to do. Talking about Fantastic Four. So I think.
Did you finish that cider already?
Yeah. I've got a couple. I've literally got a couple here. As I said, the missus isn't here. Hey. So the chat don't know, but I'll give them my weekly update. So me and Brandon can never figure out a time to do the stream because my missus dictates it. Basically, is whenever she's allowing me, annoyingly. So today I just ended up annoying her all day to the point where she just left the house. She's gone. Don't know where she's gone. I think she's gone to her mum's or something. I've got the house to myself and I can stream when I want. Beautiful, beautiful. My plan worked. Right, next figure. This next figure.
Thank you, Mrs. Who, for allowing us to shriek.
Mrs. Who. She'd hate being called that. She sounds like a character from The Grinch. Yeah, she'd hate being called that. She wants nothing to do with anything I like. Anything I do, anything in life that I like, she makes it her mission to hate. And then don't even get me started, Brandon. Don't get me started. Right, moving on. Right, this next figure, it could be possibly. So I'll try and let you guess first and foremost.
Okay.
This next figure, and the chat can play along, is probably the most wanted figure that was originally on this card that they now want in figure form because the aftermarket price is a bit crazy. I think we have had it in the Toy Biz era as well, but not in recent Hasbro Marvel Legend era, if I'm wrong.
I think Annihilus.
We get to Annihilus. We're not quite Annihilus.
Yeah. I thought I had it.
Let me give you a little description and see if you can get it, all right? A little cue.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he's an android built and then given life by the alchemist Diablo. The alchemist Diablo gave him life. He's a robot. Ask Phil. You know that. Ask Phil or Rob. Surely one of them will know.
Triton?
No. The chat are helping you out massively over here.
Oh, I'm guessing based on our conversation earlier. Okay, let's see what the chat. Oh, Dragon Man! I didn't know to be fair, I know nothing about Dragon Man other than that he's like $1 million on the aftermarket.
Well, now you know he's an android that was given life by the alchemist Diablo. Now you know. So a little bit of history on Dragon Man, just to teach you and anyone who doesn't know. So he was originally brought to life, but he couldn't speak. He was a bit of a mute, didn't really say a lot. He just did whatever Diablo said. He would eventually go against Diablo and things changed. But then later on in the future, Reed Richards' daughter actually give him the ability to speak and made him super intelligent. So like now he's like, so in the comics currently, and again, Rob Pollock, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But currently in the comics, he can talk and he's very intelligent. But he used to be like just a mindless, just drone, essentially. Yeah, essentially.
You think we would get this?
Yeah, I think this is on Hasbro's radar, 100%. I think this is happening. And I reckon it's happening on this card as well.
Really?
That's my prediction. I'm not always right with my predictions, but...
What base body would you use?
I have no idea. It's got to be a new one, right? Got to be a new mold. Got to be a new mold.
I mean, I'm thinking between Caliban like I'm thinking in terms of the legs, the torso, the arms.
Is there any reuse from Beast? Probably not. Is there any reuse from Sauron? Probably not. I genuinely think this has to be a new mold. Maybe you could use the same legs as Rhino, or maybe I don't know.
Apocalypse maybe, but then probably not. Because the thing is that even, whatever you do with the torso has to engineer the wings. Either way, really exciting. I'll get it just because.
Articulated Herons is definitely on the vodka this Friday night. He said that Dragon Man's now got glasses in the comics, just like a girl in a 90s teen movie. So you know that he's smart. And he's not wrong. That stereotype is still the truth. If you've got glasses in a movie, you're clearly the smart one. Or you're genius. You're really good on computers. If you've got glasses in a movie, you're probably the tech whiz. And they make hacking like the police systems and stuff look so easy. They're like, oh, I just need to hack the police CCTV. Let me just do that. I need to put some glasses on. Maybe I'd be more clever. Maybe I'll put some glasses on. I wouldn't mess up my stream. Right, so Dragon Man. And it's not Diablo. By the way, Rob's trying to fool us. It's not Diablo from the Suicide Squad movie. It's not that guy. It's a different Diablo.
No, not him.
That's our Diablo, apparently. But no, it's a different one. Oh, so Rob says he honestly don't know much about Dragon Man himself. I've never read a comic that he's shown up in. Okay. All right, so I'm teaching Rob something. All right, I like that. All right, Rob. So he was dumb. Now he's clever. That's about as much as I've got for you. Moving on. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Jamie says he wants a paper bag Spider-Man in this wave.
Oh, do you know what? I'd take it. I would take it.
You'd take two, you would.
Yeah, I'd take two. We'll talk about that as we get to the end because that's a good wish listing one. But jumping back to Dragon Man, me and Brandon have both said hit. So before we move on, let us know in the comments, in the chat, hit or miss. There's 164 people watching, all right? So if you're watching and you're not involved in the chat, then jump on board, grab your keyboard, grab your phone. Let us know, would you like a Dragon Man on this Fantastic Four retro packaging for your Marvel Legends shelf? Just let us know with a hit or a miss in the comments, in the chat. We appreciate you. We want to know. Brandon will read your name out. You can show your mum you were live on YouTube. It's great. Great times to be had.
Oh, my God.
There we go. Right, I'll put you on the screen, Brandon, with the chat right next to you.
Let's have a look. And this works as well because my iPad is down here. So when you put me on the screen like this, it looks like I'm looking at it. Anyway, Marvel Collector UK says hit. R3 says hit. Jamie says hit. Phil Jones says hit. Trevor Maguire says hit. Tom Schaller says hit. Mr. Fekas says flame. Okay. Mark Tac says, oh wait, I've just realized I'm facing the other way. Hold on. Let me move this over here. And then I'll be facing the right way with the thing. It's so funny. Look at it. Look at the chat. I'm looking in the wrong direction. Articulated Heroine says hit. Luis Perez says hit. Crazy Toon says hit. Prophet says hit, but I'll sell my Dragon Man first. Great idea. Prophet, just on that note where you said hit, but I'll sell my Dragon Man first. If they're going to go through with these and we're going to see them, I reckon we'll see them at February at Toy Fair. So I would sell Dragon Man before then if you've got him. Andy Davis says hit. Rob Pollock says hit. I have to buy him at some point. Maybe put his head on the Joe Fixit body. Lucas says hit. JV Man says hit. Everything Man Cool. Kevin, Logan, Tom, Sonny, Rawshawn. Everybody is saying hit.
No, Sonny says miss. Sonny says he has no idea who he is. Sonny, are you not listening to us? I've just gave you a complete character breakdown of Dragon Man. Right, let me tell you again. He's an android built and given to life by the alchemist Diablo, and he used to be dumb and now he's clever. Come on, now you know who he is, right? That's the in-depth analysis you get on Dan Who Reviews. That's why I've stopped doing the Who Is He segment. I've just lost too much knowledge.
Yeah.
No, I stopped doing the Who Is He segment because I was only getting like 300 views on a video that would take me 6 hours to record. I was like, okay, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If I got reviews at a decent time, I would. But I'm reviewing stuff now 4 weeks later after the Americans MCU collector and Eve Rivera beat me to everything. So like by the time I've done a Who Is He segment, they're like, we already know who this guy is.
That's the thing. When was the last time we got something first? Do you remember?
We just get like the random exclusives first.
Well, we got Hank first, didn't we? You did.
There he is. There he is. Let's keep Hank a part of the show. Hank's like the official mascot.
He is.
I can't do stop motion like Shartimus with Big Bad Spider-Man or Big Time Spider-Man, but we can do we can have a mascot nevertheless. There he is. Sit there, mate. Sit, Hank, just sit down. He's not going to sit for me, is he? Right, keep talking.
I'm just my chat has disappeared on my iPad. I'm just trying to load it back.
Okay, right, Dragon Man. So moving on. So this next one.
Yeah, we got loads.
Yes, this one's an Inhuman.
175, by the way. I think that's a new record.
Hello, 175 people. Let yourself be known in the chat if you're about. Dan, who are the Fantastic Four again? Mark, they are four people. Yeah, that's about as much as I know. 4 people.
Is Cyclops, Jean Grey.
No. You're forgetting. The Fantastic Four is the Scarlet Skater, Grey Golfer, the Silver Sailor. We just need one more.
And I need one more.
You need one more. That's the Fantastic Four. Mark, you're good at customs, right? I know because I own one.
The Scarlet the Grey Golfer.
We need a custom Silver Sailor. We need a custom one, all right? Get on it, Mark.
We need one more.
Right, so anyway, Brandon's thinking, this next one that was originally on the card back is also another Inhuman. So there's a big clue straight away. He has hooves for legs, Brandon. So this guy doesn't have normal legs. The Terrigen Mist got him, and now he has hooves for legs.
Oh, hold on, it's coming. Balstar.
No, he's not an Inhuman.
Isn't he?
Right, he might be. No, he's not. Stop testing my knowledge live on camera. I haven't got time to do my research.
Okay, who else?
Gorgon, yes, of course. The chat are too kind to you.
Of minds.
Shout out to Kevin from Toying Around as well, by the way. Welcome, Kevin. Glad you can join us all the way in Canada. I watched his stream yesterday with the Infinity Equation guys. I stayed up really late to watch it.
I was up late watching that debate last night, and that's why I keep yawning. So I apologize if I keep yawning, guys.
Oh, I don't want to get involved in the politics. I definitely, I'd rather watch some full-grown men open some toys. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing.
That's what I was up to.
I just get mesmerised by Todd's collection. Like Todd behind him. See, we've got all these figures.
Todd's collection.
Todd has a whole shelf dedicated to Punisher bikes. I don't know if you've seen it. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, he's got a whole shelf just displaying these really good Punisher bikes. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. You want to see it. If you want to see Todd's amazing display, that's rectangular, by the way. Go and check out Kevin Toying Around's stream with the Infinity Equation lads yesterday. It's great. It's great. Anyway, moving on. Gorgon. I haven't even thrown up the picture yet, but the chat know who it is already. So it's Gorgon, of course. So he is an Inhuman. He's a member of the royal family. He is the cousin to Black Bolt, if you didn't know. Now you know. So yeah, he's got like bull's legs essentially. So he's got bull's legs and hooves, and he can create intense shock waves and powerful earthquakes. So when he like kicks his feet, do you know like Vin Diesel does in Fast and Furious films, where you can stamp on car parks and create earthquakes? That's what Gorgon can do in the Fantastic Four.
You really did your research earlier, huh?
Yeah, of course I did. I said Fantastic Four, but I meant Inhumans. You know what I mean? So, to be honest, Brandon, the knowledge dips in and out of my brain. I was well into the Inhumans when that show was coming out. I actually dragged the missus to IMAX to watch the first 2 episodes of that show, and she she still to this day never lets me live it down that I had to take her to see that. But yeah, I proper did all my research on the Inhumans and the Terrigen Mists and all of that, because Miss Marvel, she's an Inhuman essentially as well. Do you know, so I did all my research, and Oh, Rob's going, by the way. Rob, sorry, mate, I missed it.
Oh,
but,
Rob, have a good one.
Rob, I will try and do my best with the comic knowledge, but enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. Thank you for joining in. But yeah, Gorgon is an Inhuman figure that we haven't had in recent Marvel Legends time. Maybe in the Toy Biz era, I can't quite remember. But I would take him. I don't need him on this Fantastic Four packaging, by the way, but I would have it. I would take him.
The more I keep seeing this packaging, the more I just keep realizing that no matter what happens, even if I don't open them, I'm definitely getting all 4 of the Fantastic Four in that packaging, which means I'm gonna have to get Doom as well now.
Oh yeah, I've got two Dooms on the way. 2 Dooms on the way already. I think MC Collector's already done a review of him, Doom. So Doom's definitely definitely appearing around. Okay, so let's move before we move on. You hit or miss. Do you want Gorgon? This Inhuman on packaging. Brandon says he doesn't know. He's not bothered. But what do you say? What does the chat say? Oh, by the way, Mark says that he's going to work on the Silver Sailor custom for you.
Chat. Thanks, Blake.
Thank you very much.
Blake Quellman donated $4.
Thank you.
99 through Super Chat. I was done with the Inhumans when Marvel tried to use them to replace the X-Men.
Yeah, so Blake says, thank you very much for the super chat. Blake says, I was done with the Inhumans when Marvel tried to use them to replace the X-Men. So yeah, that was basically like such a corporate decision. So when Fox was holding tight onto the X-Men licenses and all of that, Marvel tried to sort of kill off the X-Men in the comics. They tried to not publish any X-Men comics for a while. Same with Fantastic Four. Basically just tried to take them out of Marvel because Fox were profiting from the exposure of those characters, essentially. But the mouse, where is he? Here he is. The mouse, with all his money, went and just went, I will go and buy Fox. And now I own X-Men and Inhumans. So now they're back in the zeitgeist of Marvel, I guess. But yeah, that did actually happen. Mark Tactek says, Vin Diesel car park hit. Flame off. So I think flame means yes, hit, and flame off means no. We've created got Mr. Brown in the chats making his own language, which is cool. Right. So next up we have. Okay, so this guy. Let me read you a description, Brandon, and you can do your guessing game again. You're probably not enjoying this, but I'll try anyway.
Different. I love guessing.
So this guy is from the planet Xandar. So where do you know Xandar from?
Oh, we know that from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, okay. So this guy's from Xandar, and he actually trained to be a Nova, to be in the Nova Corps. And he was once a Herald of Galactus, just like Silver Surfer, just like Terrax. He was a Herald of Galactus. Yeah. And he shares similar abilities to Human Torch. Firelord, you are correct. You are correct. 10 points to Brandon.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. I think I'd be a Ravenclaw, I think.
I love this Nova that we got from the Guardians wave, but an updated, beefy, badass Nova, yes, please.
So yeah, Firelord. I like Firelord because he has the same sort of fire abilities, but he has like this staff. And obviously with all the Heralds of Galactus grants them particular powers, and he was given the mastery. So Galactus gave him mastery over the cosmic flame. So he wields this flaming staff that is capable of energy projection and fire and stuff like that. So he has these flame. So think Johnny Storm, but with a really powerful flaming staff, and he can also shoot fire out his eyes and stuff like that. So yeah, I like this guy, and I don't think we've had him in Hasbro or Toy Biz era. The comments can correct me if I'm wrong. The chat can correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, but have we ever had Firelord in Toy Biz or Hasbro era? I don't think we have. But he's definitely a Herald of Galactus. He's from Xandar, and he's just a fiery dude.
I think he was also in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes series finale.
The cartoon, the recent cartoon on Disney.
Yeah, the OG one, the one from the 2000s.
Okay. So Rush McGowan says no, it's never been done. Same with Marvel Collector UK says never been done. So so I would assume then, people, whether or not you're a big fan of this character, hit or miss, would you like a figure of Fire Lord?
I would go hit because, knowing that Hasbro, what's it called? Haslab are going to be putting out Galactus at some point.
Yeah, you need all the Heralds.
Yeah, well worth getting the Herald for sure.
Fire Lord. Who? Fire Lord, man.
Name that movie.
Name that movie. 10 points to your house if you can name that movie.
Ghostbusters.
I'm just happy. It makes me so happy that you've seen Ghostbusters.
I know. Could you imagine if I hadn't? We got loads of hits. Jamie, Thor, Luis, Rush, Trevor, Chad. Oh, Chad says no, actually. Sorry, Chad.
Sorry, Chad. Don't make it. Chad doesn't want it. Don't make it.
Inquisitive says hit. Articulated Heroine says miss. If we're getting a Herald, Chuck Terror or Nova first. Midnight says hit. Yeah, solid hits. I would like to get Heralds together. I think there's so much of the cosmic universe that still needs to be tapped into.
Hasbro are going there 100%. Now the MCU are going. For sure. Now the MCU is spewing towards Sword and Cosmic and all of that. Then I do 100% think Marvel Legends will follow suit with Cosmic. I think even Shartamus mentioned it in his interview with Hasbro. They were going in a cosmic direction. Shout out to Imparalleled as well, who's in the building, probably listening to us on his ride home from work, stuck in traffic. So I hope we make the journey that little bit better for you, my friend. But welcome here on this Friday evening. Get home safe. Get home safe. I will try and stay up for your live stream with Toy Bro later, but I don't know. I've been drinking a few ciders, so I might fall asleep early tonight. But I will try. Right, next up. So Firelord was a hit. So Rectangular mentioned this next guy earlier, and you mistakenly called him an Inhuman. Now, I don't think he is an Inhuman, but he's from the negative zone. Okay, so he's from the negative zone, and he's like a negative zone outlaw, if you will.
Right.
So the chat can play the game as well. Who am I talking about it? So it's someone that Rectangular said in the chat earlier that he would like in figure form. Oh. He's from the negative zone.
Triton?
Nope. He's an Inhuman.
Oh. Did we say Blaster?
Rectangular did. That's who we're talking about. Blaster.
Yeah. Okay,
another 10 points to Gryffindor. So there you go, Blaster. So Blaster is not an Inhuman. He's from the negative zone. He's like an outlaw. I think Reed Richards was in the negative zone, and then he followed Reed Richards out of the negative zone, and he was like, he's friends with Annihilus. I think him and Annihilus team up. They were enemies, but then they team up, something like that. Anyway, so we'll get to Annihilus, but first we'll talk about Blaster. So. Really like this figure. We have already got him in Hasbro era. He came in that Cosmic box set, which was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which I don't have. So I definitely want a Blaster re-release. So we know it's a figure that Hasbro have already got tooled up. Here is proof that he was on that Fantastic Four packaging. So yeah, Blaster. What do you think? Are you a fan, Brandon?
I love that Thanos Imperative set. So it's similar to Dragon Man. I don't know them that well, but for the fun of it, I would probably get them. Shout out
to JC, by the way, the man behind Toy News International and Marvelous News. Thank you very much, JC, for joining us. He says, tell Dazzler to quit showing off her powers on your display. To be fair, when Jay's on live, he's showing off in the background of his live streams. He has the Turtles arcade machine. So yeah. So if I had that would be a better display. But unfortunately, flashy lights will have to do. If we get into the triple digits of our viewers, JC, we go for flashy lights. That's what we like around here. It's when the party starts. But yeah, Blaster. So what What are the chat saying about Blastar? Let it be known, people. Are you a fan? Do you already have the Marvel Legends version of Blastar? Did you get that San Diego Comic-Con box set? I think it was in the Thanos box set or something of Thanos box set. Yeah. So it was. I've never even had my hands on that figure. Never had it. Never had that box set at all. So I definitely want it. And again, it looks nice on this card as well. So yeah, Hasbro, you've already got this figure tooled up. It's a figure we haven't seen for a while. Put it in the main line on this nice shiny card, please. Thank you very much. So Rush McGowan says he's already got it. Chad said he's already got it. 42012 says hit, and he doesn't have the San Diego version. This version, I think if they did re-release it, it would be different colors. They wouldn't release the exact same figure like they never do that. In parallel, says classic Blastar would be dope. So as I said, people, he is from the negative zone. He's like a negative zone outlaw. He tries to like take over. He jumps out of the negative zone and tries to take over, but the Fantastic Four obviously get in his way. But he used to be enemies with Annihilus, but now him and Annihilus team up to a certain extent. Yeah, I believe. So let us know, hit or miss for Blastar. We're getting a few hits in there, ain't we? There we go.
I can't find it, but someone in the chat said, Articulate Heroine said Herald Wave with a Galactus bath. We could maybe build one leg out of 6 of them.
Yeah, there have to be quite a few waves to get a full Galactus.
Yeah, could you imagine?
But still, do you know, they've said that the Galactus was thought about for a Haslab.
Yeah.
The Marvel Sentinel was such a success. We're going to get another one. Galactus is an easy go. And they're doing an XMen wave to accompany the Sentinel next year. Maybe in the future we get a Heralds wave to accompany... Or the Heralds could be the unlockable tiers for the Galactus Haslab.
I was talking to Jermaine the other day about that. He was saying Galactus... Jermaine Phoenix.
Yeah, Sam?
Yeah, and he was saying that Galactus with the Heralds would be great for Haslab.
I reckon it's inevitable. We're going to get a Galactus again at some point. They're not just not. They're going through all those Toy Biz figures, giving us re-releases and stuff. Yeah. So we need a classic Giant Man.
I was going to say,
and a classic Galactus.
The only thing I think that I don't know if it did get asked and I missed it. But did they say anything? I know we're sidetracked, but did they say anything in any of those interviews about which MCU ideas they kicked around for Haslab?
No,
because I know comic got covered a couple of times. You especially covered comic.
I had it. That was one that bugged me afterwards because I had it on my notes to ask or try and ask, but I don't think they would have told us anyway. If
they did comics though. But I'm just because I'd be so curious to hear what they would have thought for MCU.
I think Dwight has said something that he mentioned Quinjet, like he mentioned it.
Right, okay.
So I think that was an obvious choice. You could do a Quinjet would be smaller than a Blackbird, wouldn't it? It would be a bit more.
Yeah, it was only about 3 or 4. Or 5.
Yeah, because you could do a Quinjet that just has 2 seats and then a back panel. Do you know? It wouldn't have to be a big long thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be good if you could get a Captain America bike to fit in the back of the Quinjet that dropped out. That type of vibe would be good. But no, I was curious to know. I thought like a Hall of Armor would be a good shout as well for a Haslab with like a decent diorama.
Solid.
Yeah, or even just give us a wave of Iron Man designs, but the packaging instead of a Build-A-Figure piece, you just get a Hall of Armor piece. So you buy every figure in the wave and you get a 7-set Hall of Armor. Do you know, like, build your Hall of Armor, essentially.
Or the Build-A-Figure is Igor. You know, the big
one. The blue one. Yeah, sound.
Anyway, back to retro.
Yeah, back to retro. So this guy is getting a re-release next year in his classic form, but in deluxe packaging. We've already talked about it. It is, of course, Thanos. And as I was telling Brandon earlier, this was the first time Thanos was ever made in figure form. So we got this back in 1994. I think it was 94 or 95, way before Thanos was in the pop culture mind, because obviously most people know him now through the MCU, but obviously he's been in the comics for a long time. So his first ever figure was this very figure you can see on the screen right now in this Fantastic Four classic line. Series 2 he was in. So I'm going to say 94 this was released. So before Brandon was born. This toy is older than Brandon. Thanos couldn't have even snapped Brandon out of existence because he wasn't even here. So, yes, we've had Thanos on this card, but we already know we're getting Thanos next year in that deluxe packaging. So I do not think we're going to get Thanos on this packaging. I do not think it will happen. But it did. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to just skip over because we know we're getting a classic Thanos next year.
Although we don't know what packaging we're getting it in next year.
Very true. They didn't mention that.
Deluxe, didn't they?
But I reckon when they say that, they're referring to... I swear they probably refer to the Venom. Yeah. When they say deluxe, they always jump to War Machine Venom or something like that. Yeah, I see. I like where your head was going, but no, I don't think that's the case. So
just wishful thinking.
Okay, so can you remember who I said Blastar's friend was?
Yes, Annihilus.
Annihilus, of course. So, Annihilus, we have had...
a must get.
So we have had him in figure form before in Toy Biz days, and maybe Hasbro as well, I believe. But we need a new one. We need an updated one. And this would be a very nice. So obviously, he wears an android body, essentially. So Annihilus is the ruler of the negative zone. So that's why he's aware of Blastar. That's why him and Blastar were originally enemies, but now they're allies. They're both villains from the negative zone, essentially. And he has this sort of armor, this insectoid ectoskeleton type thing. So Annihilus is actually just this top part, this little buggy creature, and then he, So that, and this is just an android body. This bit, so that's like an android ectoskeleton that he sits in. So I think he's not as muscly and built as you think he is. He's actually just like a little scrawny, little bug man thing. I think. I ain't got Rob Pollock to jump to, but maybe in Parallel or JC can help me out. Am I wrong? But I do think he's just like a scrawny little bug man that sits in this sort of robot body from the negative zone. And he controls his inhabitants via a powerful cosmic rod, essentially. So I don't think there's a rod in that packaging, but he does have those nice wings behind him there, look. Those wings. So I do think Annihilus is a very good shout for this retro packaging. Hasbro must be aware it needs to happen. Maybe not in those colours. They are his classic looks, though. So I would actually like it in those colours. But I don't think we've had him in those colours in 6-inch form, whether it be Toy Biz or Hasbro. So Annihilus was the first Hasbro Bath. And he was also in the Fantastic Four Classics line. Yeah, so I did think he was Hasbro and Toy Biz, but I do think the Hasbro one was maybe a reissue of the Toy Biz one. Again, my memory doesn't serve me right when it comes to the Toy Biz stuff because that was so long ago and I've got rid of everything essentially. Only Toy Biz figure I still have is Beast. Beast because he's my favourite X-Men. Yeah, that's the only Toy Biz figure I still have. And the Sentinel, obviously, the Build-A-Figure Sentinel.
Oh, yeah. What about Giant Man?
No, I never got Giant Man. Never got him.
No, you've never at least owned him once.
No, I never built him. And then I was out of Legends at the time. And like when I got back in, he was at the £100 price point. And it's just never went back and got him. But he's one of the best. I think Hasbro will get there eventually. There you go. There you go. Stop showing off. Right, I'm taking 10 points away from Gryffindor.
I love this figure, man.
Oh, hang on. The people couldn't see. Hang on. Let me switch it up. There you go. You can show it off again now so the people can see. There you go.
The scale.
So Articulated Heron said, did anyone buy that awful Emma Frost to finish him, though? So I'm assuming that Emma Frost... Usually MarvelLegends.net, you could go back on there and see... they've usually got some decent pictures up of previous Toy Biz waves. Cosmic Rod Stewart Annihilus hit. Cosmic Rod Stewart, I get it. I like what you did there, Mark Tatzak. I like what you did there.
Can you imagine how lucky the collectors were to get the bats this size?
Crazy, ain't it? Crazy. I asked them in my interview, would they do a bigger Build-A-Figure over 2 waves? But they seem to like the idea of just selling bigger figures separately. Like now they have an avenue to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not? Where previously Toy Biz never did. They just had the standard waves.
Yeah.
Right. So Annihilus people, let us know. We've got 140 odd people still here. We appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around talking about these Fantastic Four retros. We got off to a shaky start, but so far the internet hasn't kicked us off, all right? So maybe I've cursed us, but we're still here, so that's a good sign. So let us know, hit or a miss, if you would fancy a new Annihilus on this Fantastic Four retro packaging. And I love that Articulated Heroines and Marvel Collector UK are talking about buying the Toy Biz figures for $6.99 at Woolworths. Wow, that takes me back. Get yourself a pick and mix. Buy yourself a nice cassette of Gina G. And then get yourself some Marvel Legends Toy Biz.
In fact, I got my Toy Biz Pyro at a Woolworths.
Wow. I thought you'd be too... Oh, actually, you would have been much younger when the Toy Biz figures were out, so you were probably in the prime age for Toy Biz.
Yeah. Do you remember the Spider-Man Sinister Six Toy Biz box set?
Yeah, the big long one. Yeah.
Got it for Christmas one year.
Ah, very nice. Very nice.
I think I still got it in bubble wrapped up in the loft.
Very nice.
Figures, not the box.
Does any of my UK people remember Woolworths? Remember going in there buying a pick and mix?
Yeah.
That wouldn't go down now with coronavirus, would it? That wouldn't. Pick and mix will be off.
Yeah, no way.
But Woolworths, it's a crazy time. It's where we used to buy our figures. Not anymore. I remember buying like so many Turtles and Bucky O'Hare and stuff like that. Nostalgious. I want these figures on a Woolworths packaging. I'd buy it. I'd buy 2 of them. Hasbro, you're listening. I want some Woolworths. I'm joking.
Because you would.
I would. I know. Exclusive Woolworths packaging.
Yeah.
I'd buy it. I'm an idiot. I'd buy it. I told you this.
I just get a text from you. Oh, I'm thinking of going for 2. Should I?
I wouldn't even text you. I'd pre-order the 2 and then tell you I did it.
Exactly.
All
Meanwhile, I would be the one texting you saying, "Do I need to? I don't think so." But anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So Articulated Heron says hit. 42012 says hit. Filch says hit. Action Figure Expert says miss. R3 says hit. Lucas says definitely a big hit for him. Jamie says hit. Rush says hit. All good. So Mark Tac got my Gina G reference. You're probably the only one, Mark Tac, but I appreciate it. Do you remember Gina G? You have no idea. If I say ooh just a little bit, what would you say back to that? No idea. No, never mind. Moving on. Articulated Heroines must know what I'm talking about as well.
Was she in Ghostbusters?
She was, yeah. Gina G was in Ghostbusters. She was, yeah. She was the ghost right at the start in the library.
In the sequel.
Yeah, in Ghostbusters 2. You ain't seen that yet. All right, so can you guess what the next one is? All right, so my next hint. So this is another figure on the Fantastic Four retro packaging that I don't think we've seen in Hasbro or Toy Biz era. Now, again, I could be wrong. My encyclopedic brain is trying to scroll back and think, but I don't think we have this guy again, in this Hasbro era. So I'll give you some clues. So he's an Atlantean warlord.
Namor.
No. We've definitely... I've got a couple of Namors on the shelf behind me. I know we've got him. He's an Atlantean warlord.
Oh, Triton.
No. He's an Inhuman. Come on now. He's not an Atlantean, all right?
I'm letting the...
I like that you're guessing, though. I like it. It is a guessing game, so I can't be mad. Is an Atlantean warlord who is usually depicted as the enemy of Namor the Submariner.
Oh, Atuma.
Matata. Atuma. Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days.
I have a.
It's a problem free.
It's downstairs.
Atuma. Matata. Atuma. Yes, it's Atuma.
Atuma was great in the. He was in a recent. He was in the more up to date Avengers animated TV show. He was in that against Black Panther, which was good fun.
Okay, so Blake says he thinks he was in Toy Biz pre-Legends, possibly. Right. Shout out to Rob Oliver who's just jumped in as well. Atuma, come on, no one appreciated my joke. You're not singing it with me, people, all right? Means no worries for the rest of your days. Atuma. So yes, he's an Atlantean warrior. So he originally couldn't breathe on water, but I do think he eventually. No, No, I don't know. Maybe he can't breathe. I think.
I just had a brilliant idea, Dan.
Go on.
Remember I was talking last time about putting a Black Panther on this body?
Yeah.
Put one on this body and put it in that retro packaging. First appearance Black Panther.
There you go. I'd take it. I'd buy 2.
I'd buy 3.
I'd buy 2. There you go. So Jay's confirmed it for us. He says Atuma was never a Marvel legend. Yeah, I don't even think he was. Blake says that he was Toy Biz, but I don't think he was. I could be wrong. But JC, I believe JC says he was never a Marvel legend. Atuma was never a Marvel legend, that is. Yeah, okay, so Atuma, so it's a new character. So you know me, I always appreciate getting new characters. So
yeah, I would get this for sure.
So whether it's on retro card or not, I would take an Atuma just because he's on the retro, and not just because he's on the retro packaging, but because he's a new character to add to our 6-inch display. And he's a funky looking design as well. He's got like a Triton. Obviously, if you're from the deep, you need a Triton. It seems to be like the Atlantean rule. You're not allowed in without a Triton. But there he is with his yellows and his blues. Sort of looks like Triax a little bit. But an Atlantean version,
Terrax.
if you were Terrax, sorry, but an Atlantean version. So JC says there was a 5-inch one. Yeah, maybe, but maybe this one was re-released again because Toy Biz did re-release their old figures. But yeah, Atuma. So here's a new character that we haven't had in figure form recently. So yeah, hit or miss, people. Hit or miss before we move on. Hit or miss. Would you buy Atuma, Matala? Now I just want to sing that the whole freaking thing. Atuma. Would you buy an Atuma?
Yes, hit. So Renard Brown kicks us off with hit. Marvel Collector UK says the only Atuma is the Fantastic Four one. May have been re-released in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's that one that's only been released. There you go.
Oh, yes. Okay. Rorschach says hit. Inquisitive Mind says Deep Blue Sea. Marvel Collector UK, Rush, Inquisitive, JC, Everything Man, Jamie, Blake, Prophet, Phil, Luis, Thor, Ivan, all say hit. Midnight says maybe. Action Figure Expert says hit. Lucas says miss, but barely.
Ah, okay.
Revolver says, is he best friends with Namor?
Okay, mentioning Namor, though, would be the perfect opportunity to bring up Namor. So Namor was also on this retro packaging. Now, he's not best mates with Namor. He's actually an enemy of Namor. Obviously, Namor protects Atlantis, and I think Atuma is like a warrior from a sub-tribe that was banished from Atlantis. And I think he tries to retake over Atlantis, and obviously Namor has to protect. So I don't think they are friends. I think they are enemies, bitter enemies to the end. So yeah. Namor, though, however, we have had a couple of times in Marvel Legends, especially recently as well. We've got a naked one and we've got a clothed one from the Walgreens. Yeah. So do we need another Namor? So again, you know me, I'm an idiot. I'd buy a Namor, whether he's got clothes on or not, on this retro packaging. But do we need it? Do people want it? Is the question we need to ask.
I mean, I could see why it would get a release because this version of Namor was 2018, January 2018, and the Walgreens Namor was, I think, 2015 or 16 maybe. So, you know, there are a lot of collectors that would come on in the last couple of years that that might be looking for one that might not get their hands on one. I think it would be a logical addition to the line. I think it'd be cool, you know, but to the line is in the retro wave.
So I'm just getting him off. He was right at the back of my shelf, but I managed to get him off without knocking anyone over, which is an achievement. So here he is. Here's Namor. So we've already got Namor very recently. So this is Naked Namor, since everyone wanted to see Naked Namor so much. Here he is. There he is. There you go. Do it. Work it for them, Namor. There you go. Make your money. Make your money. So yeah, Naked Namor. If he was put on that retro packaging just for his sort of relationship with the Fantastic Four, I'd buy him on the retro packaging because I'm an idiot. But we don't need him. He's not a character we need, but he's a character that makes sense to be on that retro packaging as well.
And to give it some variation from just the standard 4 as well.
Yeah, and give us a better Triton. This one's not great. I'm not a fan of this Triton. Or give us a bit more paint detail on their list. At least they went all out of his pants, though. At least we got some nice scaled pants there. There you go. Make your money, Namor. Throw some money at him, Brandon. Throw some money at him. There you go. Make it work, Namor. Make it work. There you go. There you go. That's enough for you, Namor, right? You've made enough tonight. There you go. Sound. Right, so Namor. I'm not even gonna ask people if they want Namor, because after that appearance, clearly they all want Namor. Right, only way it would be a hit for me if his trunks were brown, thinking back to his first appearance. Yeah, that makes sense. Marvel Collector UK is correct. If they're gonna give us one, make it different at least.
Yeah, I would love that. A first appearance Namor, and a first appearance Black Panther on this retro card.
Namor needs to make his own fans only account. That's what you need to do. Namor, mate, go and start making that money for me. All right, I need that Age of Apocalypse wave. Right, go and start a fans only account. Off you go. Hank, help him out. Hank, there you go. Get back, sort him out. Put some glasses on and you'll be a tech wizard. You'll be able to figure it out. Right. Next up. Okay, so Brandon, we all know Mark Tak in this chat. We all know Mark is the army building king, but Brandon rivals him with this particular release. See, Brandon's smiling now because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Is of course the Super Skrull. So the Super Skrull was also on this retro packaging. So have you got one at hand, Brandon, to show off out of your many?
Good question. Oh, yes, I actually do.
There you go. I thought I could see one there. So the Super Skrull that we have recently had a Build-A-Figure for this year was on this retro packaging that Brandon is showing now. So we've had that as a wave. That was a Build-A-Figure for a wave. And so...
This figure, man.
Would they re-release it so early on this retro card again?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I would say even if it's not the exact same body mold, it's not the exact same, height and beefiness. Even if it was just like, say that's a Super Skrull, even if it was just like a regular Skrull, I think it would be great to have on this card. But I think that given the size of this Build-A-Figure, it would be so easy to just put this on a regular release card back and it wouldn't need a crazy big retro card.
So look, like the retro card, I'll put it back on the screen. You can actually see that it was the Super Skrull they released. But we all know the Skrulls are a whole race. They're a whole people that look very similar. So it is a perfect army builder. So why not re-release? If you're going to re-release the Super Skrull, just give us all the pieces to make a normal Skrull, so we can have more army builders. Maybe. I wouldn't be mad at it. It's always I don't like the idea of retro carded army builders, because that retro card is so nice. And I'd hate the idea of people buying up retro carded figures to rip open to an army build.
It's an army builder.
So I don't like the idea of a retro card on the retro packaging, but I do like the idea of a army builder Skrull. So I'm conflicted. Brandon. I don't know what to think.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was hard for a lot of people to do multiple bats because
use literally on this stream enlightened me that I literally only needed to buy an extra 3 figures to build a second Skrull. Like, I need the body and the other leg. So I need the leg that came with Reed Richards and the body that came with Sue Storm, so I can build a Skrull because of separate arms and interchangeable head. Am I wrong? I can use the other arms and the other head. So anyone out there in the chat, if anyone has a spare Super Skrull body and the leg that came with Reed Richards, hit me up in my DMs. Send you some money. Namor's been making it for me tonight. Maybe I can build myself another Skrull. So would you? The question is, if they put a Skrull or a Super Skrull on this retro packaging, would you be interested? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you like it? Hit or a miss? And then we will move on because we've just got a few left now. And then we can just get into a bit of Q&A. If you're happy to stay on here for a little bit longer, Brandon. Right. So, hit. So Ivan's saying hit.
Yeah, till 2012 says hit.
Yeah, there we go.
Says hit. Inquisitive says miss.
Again, if you put miss, let us know why. Do you already have it? Do you not like the character? Yeah. Are you broke?
Jamie says hit, but not my first buy, which is interesting. Louise says hit. Rob Oliver says miss. Lucas says hit, never finished the bath.
Okay, so what pieces have you got? Help me out here, all right? I need a body and I need a leg. Sort me out. Right, we're hitting the 2 hour mark, so let's get through the rest of these real quick. So the Super Skrull, as I said, is a mixed opinion. So this next one, Brandon, you've guessed it a few times, so you're going to get it right eventually. So he's not an Atlantean. Triton. There you go. First time. There he is, Triton. So Triton is, of course, an Inhuman. So he's a member of the royal family, of course. He's got a green skin, of course. He's the cousin to Gorgon. You remember Gordon? We mentioned him earlier. He's the cousin of Gordon. I've called him Gordon then. Gorgon. Not Gordon. Gordon's a very boring Inhuman.
Gorgon is the one with the bull hooves, right?
Yes. So obviously he needs to be in the water. He can't breathe without water, essentially. He can't last without it. So his green skin, the ability to breathe in the water, can survive cold temperatures and in incredible deep water. So he's like the Aquaman of the Inhumans, if you will. And that's why in his... Have you ever seen The Boys?
No.
Okay, so in The Boys, spoiler alert, there's a character called the Deep, and he's got a fetish for dolphins. He's got a dolphin fetish, like a sexual dolphin fetish. Yeah, trust me, The Boys is weird. You need to watch it. But so does Triton. If you notice here... Oh, no, wait, that's a shark. Okay, ignore my joke then. It seems to be a shark. Maybe Triton has a sexual shark fetish. Who knows? But Triton came with a little shark accessory. You can see it in the packaging there. And I only want this figure if we get... To be fair, where's Jeff the shark?
Which shark?
I'll tell you, right, if Triton does have a sexual fetish for sharks, this guy is going to be scared. This guy needs to start doing a run for it. Can you see him, Brandon?
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me his name. I know his name. I don't know his name. I can't remember.
I just said it about 3 times.
You keep dropping out.
Okay. Jeff the land shark.
Oh, yes, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, so maybe they like to repackage. You know, like with Black Cat, we're getting a repainted goose in with Black Cat. Maybe we get Jeff the land shark with Triton.
Can you imagine?
Who knows? Just maybe they'll chop his legs off. Let's go back to Triton. Bring out Jeff. Right.
It says, good job, Jeff has legs.
Yeah. Leg it, Jeff. Run. Look how happy Triton looks. Look, this guy definitely wants to sexually assault sharks. Look at that face. That is the face of a sexually shark abusing person I've ever seen one. Look at that shark. Look how terrified that shark is, first of all.
I think you need to put the cider down.
That shark is terrified of Triton. Look at his eyes. He is like, just thought, shit, there's Triton. Fuck, I need to get out of here. Poor shark. Look at that. He's terrified, that shark in that packaging. Yeah. Someone buy that figure so you can rip that shark and rescue it. Someone please rescue the retro shark that comes with Triton. Anyway, would you like a Triton figure, Brandon?
I mean, not essential, so I would probably try to skip.
So we've had him in the 3 3/4 line. Max Power saying, by the way, Max Power, what a great name. Did you get that name from a hairdryer? I'm very curious. That's another.
I want to know what the CG stands for. Max Power CG.
That's a Simpsons reference, by the way. Max Power. I got it from a hairdryer. Homer calls himself. Never. I could do Simpsons references all day. Brandon can see, but the chat can't. But like my whole top shelf is Simpsons. And that's just what I've got on display. You want to see the boxes I have upstairs of Simpsons.
Really?
Maybe one day I'll do a video. But yeah, Simpsons is my favourite TV show. If you didn't know, now you know.
It must be like a treasure trove over there.
You want to come to my attic, Brandon, when there's COVID nonsense? We just went into tier 2 lockdown today, so I can't have any guests. Yeah, but...
I think locked down for a week. I've barely been anywhere.
Work will still make me go to work. I guarantee you, they're still going to make me drive to Birmingham every day. Trust me, it's a pain in the ass. But anyway, yes, one day you can come and see. You can come and see Brandon.
Yeah, as soon as absolutely.
But yes, Triton, hit or miss, people. Would you like Triton with a little scared shark in the packaging? Very curious.
A must.
Zachary says, "Hi Dan, I came from the Unparalleled Universe live streams. How has you day or night?" It's night over here, my friend. It is 11:05, but we're having a good time here on the stream. We're having a good time. We're drinking cider. Brandon's not. I'm drinking for him though. That's why I'm making crazy shark porn references.
I should have got my ice cream, but it's too far away.
Like I know Articulated Heroines drinks on a Friday night as well. I've seen him. I've seen his little Instagram stories, sitting there drinking vodka. So I know I'm not drinking on my own. Surely Phil Jones must have a cider with him as well. Mark Tack, I hope that you've got a drink with you. Shout out J Darko Customs as well. I've just noticed his in the chat. Right, okay. So Triton. Some people wanted him. I think more people wanted the shark. We got a lot of hits there. Hit with Jeff the ocean shark. That's what Inquisitive Mind says. The shark must be included though, Jamie says. I agree. We only Hasbro, if you're listening, only give us Triton. Only give us Triton if you give us this terrified shark with him, all right? I don't know what this little thing is down here, but we'll ignore that. It's like a yellow
laser said Unparalleled is Goku.
Oh dear. I don't think Unparalleled likes that slang. Right. Moving on. Right, so.
Yes, who we got left?
Yeah, I think we're down to... hang on, I'll tell you right now. We're nearing the end anyway, I'll tell you that. One sec. I'll just get my producer to bring up the pictures for me. Okay, so we've got... My producer is me. Hank's my producer, but he's terrible. Hank, sort it out, mate. Get the next picture loaded. Bloody hell. Right, okay.
How far you got, by the way? Did you sell one in the end? I can't remember.
Yeah, I just got the 2. I went to get 2 more on CNC, but they were sold out before I even pressed checkout, so I must have got there a little bit too late. But I want 6. That's what I've wanted. But I could do. I think they're going to come out again in March anyway, because that's when the Hasbro PulseCon pre-orders are saying. So hoping the UK gets some more. I've got an alert set up on in demand and stuff, but I want 6. I want 6 at least. I've seen the Articulated Icon guys. They were opening some up with Kevin yesterday on the Toying Around stream, and they've all got like 10. Dante's got 9.5 because one of his has backward thighs. Yeah.
I ordered 2 from Chandru's Hut. I paid for them, I think, last week, but they haven't shipped yet.
Are they sold out there as well?
It's a great question. I don't think so.
Yeah,
actually.
I do want to track some more down, but it's one of them where so much is coming out. I'm like, can I afford to army build so much at the minute? Who knows? But these are like, because they're a new character, they're hard to find army builders, but still. Anyway, Hank, go and sort out the next image for me. Right. Articulated Heron said he's on the wine tonight. So there you go. He's saving the vodka for the hard weeks of Wales lockdown. Oh yeah. Stay safe out there, my friends. Stay safe, stay in and drink your vodka. You'll be fine. Hopefully these live streams are entertaining enough for you. So the next one, I'm not even going to make you guess, Brandon, because we need to jump through these now. Talking about Harry Potter. He's a wizard, Brandon.
He's a wizard.
He's genuinely wizard. He's genuinely wizard. His name's Wizard.
Is that really his name?
Yeah, he's Wizard. I was using our Harry Potter references from earlier and combining it into a reveal. I worked out pretty well. Do you see what I did there? It's a wizard, Brandon.
Yeah. I was checking. Chandru's are out of stock on the Hellfire Guide.
Okay, so do you know much about Wizard, by the way?
I don't. No, I was about to ask.
Okay,
I know nothing about Wizard.
Let me educate you, right? Mm-hmm. So Rob Pollock just texted me this over. He says he's an evil genius and leader of the Frightful Four. Now, I'll test you in the chat in a minute because I want you to tell me the members of the Frightful Four, but I'll save that for a minute. He's got no superpowers. He's just a genius. So he creates inventions. So he made some like anti-gravity discs. So in the packaging, you can see that big disc, that stand. That's like an anti-gravity disc that makes him hover, essentially. So he's a genius, several PhDs. He built like an armor that protects him, gives him like extra strength, and it allows him to control the mind. That's why you see that big helmet. It allows him to control the mind of other people. So he's like just a genius, essentially. He's like a genius that built stuff, and he's most famous for having like these wacky gravity discs, these anti-gravity discs. So I don't think, and again, if people are around and can let me know, have we had him in the Hasbro Toy Biz era? Don't think we've had him in the Hasbro era. Maybe Toy Biz, I can't remember, but I don't think so. And
I don't think so. I don't remember him, unless there was a Classics line that he was in.
And what Harry Potter house is Prophet 924 a part of? Because I'm going to award that house 10 points. So Prophet, let me know what house you're a part of for Harry Potter, and I'll award that house 10 points right now, because you are spot on, my friend, with the original lineup right there. But yes, Wizard. So now you've learnt about Wizard. Would you like a Wizard figure?
No.
Okay, moving on. Next one. No, I'm no joking. Only joking. Let's see what the chat say.
Yeah.
Yes, Todd, we're still going. I hope you don't mind, Todd. We mentioned Blastar, Todd, by the way. I hope you don't mind. You're saying Hit. You're just saying Hicks is a new character, right? That's a good thing.
Who, me?
Yeah. Are you reading?
No, I said Russian, and Rashawn said.
Oh, my bad. I'm interrupting you. My bad. Let me put.
Would you hit that?
Would I hit that? Now, when you phrase it in that way, Brandon, I want to say no. Would I hit that? Would I hit that? Let me think. Would I hit that? I'm just going to look at him. I do like his big shiny purple helmet, as the Articulated Herons just said. But as much as I want this figure, I don't think I'd hit that. Sorry, Wizard, to let you down, mate.
Would you hit the purchase button for this action?
Oh, there you go. They've phrased it much better there. Yes, I would hit the purchase button to buy this figure, but I wouldn't hit that. Griffin, Slivenpuff. Slivenpuff is in a house. Come on now. 10 points to Slivenpuff.
10 points to Slivenpuff.
Do you know why I'm rewarding him 10 points, Brandon? Do you know why Prophet 924 gets 10 points to Slivenpuff?
No. Tell me.
Because he mentioned very correctly the original 4 members of the Frightful 4.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, the Frightful 4 have had many incarnations, not as famous as a Sinister 6. I'll give you that. The Frightful 4 are not famous as a Sinister 6. However, they have many incarnations. But the unique thing about this team is that they no matter what incarnation of the Frightful 4 you always have Wizard. Wizard is always a part of it.
Okay.
Do you know how like the Sinister 6 always can change and there's different...
Yeah.
Frightful 4, always Wizard. But yeah, the original 4 are Sandman, Paste Pot Pete. Are we ever going to get a figure for Paste Pot Pete? We'll save that for a different stream. And Medusa. But Medusa was... that was when Medusa came to Earth and she had amnesia. So she didn't know she was a good guy. She didn't know she was an Inhuman. So, again, Wizard manipulated her and she joined the team.
Pretty cool.
Laser Punt says Harry Potter is Goku. I'm like a casual Harry Potter fan, so I'm not even offended by that. I wouldn't be offended by that, but they think it's very British.
Laser, I was about to say, it's our thing.
Like I was like a teenager, like during the Harry Potter era. So I was like teenager in my 20s, I think. So I wasn't in deep with Harry Potter, I don't think. But
I grew up, man. I love Harry Potter.
I brought the FH Figure Arts versions. I've got Harry, Hermione, and Ron as the Figure Arts, which are nice. Yeah. But you see in Parallel's video where he put my fucking face on Hermione. That video gave me nightmares. Yeah, on his little video that he made, where he did 32 bars, more than 32 bars. But let's not get technical. Yeah. He face swapped me with Mary Poppins, which was freaky, and he also face swapped me with Hermione. Freaky, gave me nightmares. Anyway, that's freaked me out. Slivenpuff, 10 points. Wizard, do we want him? I'm saying yes, because it's a new character I need for the shelf. He has mind control, so you might not have a choice but hitting it down. Oh dear. Phil, I hope not. I hope I don't encounter Wizard when he has abilities like that. Right, moving on to the next one. I'll keep this on screen. Let's jump straight into the next one. Tell me what you know about Psycho Man.
Nothing. No, don't know anything about Psycho Man. Help me out.
Well, why don't you tell me give me what you think? Just hearing the name Psycho Man, what do you think?
I he's psycho.
You think he's a psycho?
I think he's psycho. I think he's crazy.
Interesting. I wonder why you think that.
I think the Psycho Power Rangers are his best friend.
Maybe in an alternate universe, who knows? So let me tell you. No, it's just sat upstairs. There's so much stuff I haven't opened, Brandon. As I said,
what I still got opened? The bloody Marfex Hush Batman.
Or have I still not opened? I've still not opened the Black Power Rangers to complete the team.
2 months.
I've brought three of the Black Power Rangers. I've not opened one of them. I need to open one and add them to the shelf. Anyway, lots of stuff I've not opened. I've only just opened DC stuff that came out in January, for God's sake. Anyway.
Yeah. Yes.
Psycho Man. He's the leader of a techno something or other that governs a microscopic system of worlds in the microverse. Technonarchy. I can't read. I'm reading this, people, but he's from the microverse. And he has what I know about Psycho Man without reading is that he has a controller. Like I only know about Psycho Man because of Craig Warwick. Do you know Craig Warwick does loads of customs?
Oh yeah.
So Craig Warwick for Christmas one year made a custom for someone. I think it was in the Christmas ones, where Craig Warwick made a sick custom of Psycho Man. Where he actually had lights and it actually changed, like because Psycho Man has the ability to manipulate people's emotions, so he can make you fear. He can make you feel fear, doubt, or hate. So he has like a control. So actually, on this figure, you can actually see this big purple thing behind him. This down here has different emotions, and it has hate, fear, or doubt. So he can manipulate your emotions essentially. And I definitely advise going to see Craig Warwick's custom of this because he made a Psycho Man that actually held this device and it actually had light up buttons and it was sick. Craig's too good. One of the best at customs. So I would love Craig Warwick's custom, but I would take a Marvel Legend as a runner-up because it won't be as good as Craig's, I'll tell you that. But I could do with a Marvel Legends. I don't think he needs to be standing on his controller. It just needs to have. Yeah. He just needs to hold it. It just needs to be like a controller in his hand. And Marvel Collector UK said, spoiler: he manipulated Sue to become a villain. The villain Malice. But yeah, I like the concept of Psycho Man. Malice. Who the is Malice? It says on Psycho Man motion detector. Motion detector. Yeah. So Psycho Man. Okay. So this is our penultimate one. So this is the second to last one. Let us know. Would you like a Psycho Man? Would you like Psycho Man in Marvel Legends form? He's from the microverse. He can manipulate your emotions with his control box. He can make you feel fear, hate, or doubt. He's had a few different looks, but would you like him in figure form? This retro packaging, it could be the way we get him. Who knows?
What do you think, man?
Yeah, I want him. Again, it's a character I don't have in figure form, so it's always a hit for a character I don't have. And I just like the concept of Psycho Man. As I said, genuinely, I learned about Psycho Man through Craig Warwick's custom, because I hadn't read anything with him in particular. But do you want to read out some of these hits because a few people are saying yes?
Yeah. So I was just looking. So we got Renard that said hit. We have J Darker Custom says, "Trust me, you do not want COVID." Okay.
Oh yeah, Jay, get well soon, Jay. Jay actually had COVID, so get well soon, Jay.
Really?
Sending love to him and his family. Get well soon, Jay.
Yeah, for sure. Bullet says hit. We got loads of hits. Rush, Jamie, Luis, Alvaro, Inquisitive Minds, all said hit. Rectangular said begrudging hit. Rorschach K. Peters says hit. Nightwing says perhaps. iRock Reviews says I'll give it a hit. J. Docker Customs again says Triton is a hit because he's part of the Inhumans, but other than that, he's a bit Tom Schauder says Psycho Man. Tom Schauder says hit. And then Marvel Collector UK says Psycho Man is in the 90s on Disney Plus as well. And then Max Power CG said hit. And then, yeah, that's what we're up to.
Beautiful, right. So the last one I have on my figure, on the that Hank's going to get set up for me, isn't a very desirable figure. I'm not going to lie. I should have probably ordered this a little bit different. But she was in Series 4, released in 1996. She's an Inhuman. She's part of the royal family. She goes out with Black Bolt. She's got long hair. She was part of the what is it? Fosun 4? What are they called?
Rapunzel.
Frightful 4. It's not Rapunzel. No, it's not. A good guess though. I like where you're going with that.
It is the biggest badass with a hairdo. It is Medusa.
It is the biggest Walgreens shelf warmer. Maybe Namor's up there with her. Maybe Ant-Man's up there with her. But still, you'll probably still find her on the shelves at Walmart near you. Not Walmart, Walgreens. Is Medusa. Now, I would, if they're going to give us a Black Bolt on this packaging and they're going to give us Triton and the other Inhumans, then yeah, give us Medusa. But I'd still prefer characters I haven't had yet. So, again, on the retro packaging, it's a hit. But do I really want it? No, give me a figure I haven't had.
Yeah. I think one thing I'm convinced of now than compared to 2 hours ago is I think just because of how lovely that retro packaging is, I think I will get the re-released Fantastic Four on that packaging for sure.
Well, if you look at the packaging for Medusa, she was part of Series 4, and Series 4 all came with a stand. I like Psycho Man came with his controller, Wizard came with his hover discs, and Medusa stands on her hair. So the packaging for Series 4 is actually slightly different because the clear bubble on the front is got the 4 emblem on it. If you can see closely, I'm not sure if it comes across well on camera. But that plastic shell is actually got the 4 emblem on it. So the packaging for Series 4 was actually slightly different to the others. But about all of them are still nice. It's irrelevant. It's just a nice little nod to remember which ones are from Series 4. Medusa was Series 4 on this packaging. But yeah, you're right. It's the packaging. Doing my research today, it went deeper than I thought it would. Like, I knew we got the Fantastic Four. I knew we got Doctor Doom. I knew we got a couple of Inhumans. I knew we got Thanos, Dragon Man. But I didn't know about Psycho Man and Wizard and Triton and Gorgon and stuff like that. So, yeah. Medusa. I won't bother with hit and miss with that one because, again, it depends on if you already have Medusa. Someone said the worst Marvel Legend to stand. You were not wrong. She's literally propped up on the bottom shelf.
Especially with her hair. The hair is what keeps her going.
She's literally on my bottom shelf because I won't dare put her any higher because she will just fall down and knock everyone over. Like, for figures like this, Hasbro, just give us like a small clear stand accessory. Do you know, just for particular characters that find it difficult to stand. Like, her hair's heavy, so give us like a little translucent stand just for Medusa and certain. It seems like a really simple thing to do, and it solves this figure won't stand issue. It's like, wow, we included a stand for you. Do you know? So she can rest on her hair, but it's not right.
Mine, I think, on her hair.
Yeah, I think that's probably where Marvel's head went. They went, the hair, it will sort of balance that, but either way, it's a nice figure. Do we need it on the retro packaging? Probably not, but still.
No.
So I've went through the last one I was going to mention it isn't a figure. They've released a giant. Can you guess? Okay, you can easily guess. Who do you think they released in a deluxe big box? He has a lot of Heralds.
Galactus,
of course. So Galactus came in a massive box. So it actually was a big Galactus that accompanied these smaller figures on this packaging. So that was the last one I had on my list. But it wasn't. It's not small. It's massive. And he comes with his big Earth-destroying drill, or his World Eater drill, or whatever it's called. I can't remember the technical name. Maybe the box tells me. Hang on, let me zoom in on this box. Lights and sound. I can't remember the actual name, but that in the comics, that little drill's got an actual name because he uses it to like eat worlds. Obviously, he's the World Eater.
Yeah,
he's the Bray Wyatt of the Marvel universe. But yes, Galactus was the last one.
I never knew he had a drill.
Yeah, giant drill. That's how How do you think he eats all these worlds? It's like his cutlery for worlds eating.
Yeah,
it's a drill. Right. So my question is for everyone and for you, Brandon. Now we've went through series 1 to 4. So all of these figures were released from 1993 to 1996. So literally up until Brandon was born. And then Brandon was born and they went, no, we're not making any more. So we had three years and 4 waves of these Fantastic Four retro figures. Hasbro now redoing it on the new card back. And we're already getting Doom. Clearly going to get more. Have to be. So let us know now, and Brandon will let us know his favourites as well. Out of all of them, pick your favourite, your 2 favourites, your 3 favourites, whatever. Let us know in the comments. Who are your favourites? Who would you like to see? Out of the figures we've talked about today, of course, who would you like to see reissued, updated for the 6-inch figure form? Let us know, and then we'll read a couple out to finish off the stream here. But first off, Brandon, do you have a top 3 maybe out of all the figures we've talked about today?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Let's not include the Fantastic Four because they'd be an easy pick. Do you know, like pick 3 other characters. It's not Fantastic Four.
I would go Black Bolt with the butterfly joints.
Okay.
I would go for a chrome silver surfer.
Okay.
And a really metallic version. And then my last one was the one I was just struggling on as I was thinking. Who else?
Dragon Man, Wizard, Psycho Man.
Probably Terrax.
Terrax.
Like Terrax. Yeah, I'd say Terrax.
Not Mole Man, not Firestorm, not Gorgon.
Annihilus? I'd say maybe more.
Annihilus?
Mm.
I'm throwing up a picture on the screen of a few of them. Just it'll be laggy, but you'll see it in a second. Just to inspire you. So yeah. So you're saying Black Bolt?
I'm saying Black Bolt, Chrome Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And one more. Who did I just say for one more?
I'm going to put some pressure on you, Brandon. You're going to have to make a decision. Hasbro are waiting.
Yeah, I'm running.
They're about to run into the boardroom. They're about to run in the boardroom and tell them.
I would probably go Annihilus or Mole Man. I'd throw in a villain in there to really spice it up.
Beautiful, beautiful. Right, so do you want
to? The 2 I'd probably go Annihilus because there's more new figure there, whereas Mole Man is Doc Ock basically.
So I would obviously want all the Fantastic Four. I want the trench coat, the Thing, but it's not going to happen. Yeah. But and I'd have a completely invisible Sue Storm as well, please, completely translucent, but not including the Fantastic Four, not including them. I cheated a little bit. I would go for Dragon Man, Annihilus, and Mole Man.
Dragon Man, Annihilus, and Mole Man. Okay.
But I do want others as well. I do want Wizard. I do want Psycho Man. I want Triton. I want Blastar. Do you know, like, I want to try a different Triax. Do you know, like, I want them all. So I'm cheating a little bit. So do you want to read a couple out, Brandon? If people give out their suggestions, their top ones.
So Steven says Mole Man easily. Blake says Dragon Man. Inquisitive Mind says Dragon Man and Wizard. Cool Comic says I'm still trying to get the Reed Richards Walgreens to complete my set. Jamie says Clear Sue, Galactus, and the Shark.
Yeah, just the Shark that come with Triton.
Dragon Man, Diablo, Atuma, Psycho Man, Wizard, Annihilus, Dragon Man, Annihilus, and Blaster says still 2012. Phil Jones says Dragon Man and Mole Man. Cool Comics says Mole Man Deluxe with Minions. Inquisitive Mind says Fire Lord, Psycho Man, Atuma, and Blastar. Yes, a lot of good picks here. Common themes as well. Give us some Mole Mans, Silver Surfer.
Beautiful. So thank you everyone for letting us know. We'll finish off with Todd. So, Mr. Rectangular himself says Blastar, Firelord, and Triton. I'd be very happy with them. Tom as well says Mole Man, Dragon Man, and Wizard. Action Figure Expert says Hasbro already gave us Mole Man. Have they? Maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe he's talking about Doc Ock. Maybe. Or he's talking about the exclusive one I've got right here. Mole Man. There you go. Hey, look, I'm not wrong. That is a Mole Man figure.
Kurt K said a full wave could be Doctor Doom,
Mr. Fantastic, Clear Invisible Woman, Flame On, Thing with Trench Coat, Mole Man, Silver Surfer, Blastar, Deluxe, Thanos, and Black Bolt. I would take it. Kurt K. I would take it.
I think that really is solid.
All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening to us ramble. Brandon, you want to stay on for 5 more minutes or?
Yeah, happy to.
All right, cool. So we'll stay on for like 5-10 more minutes if you want to keep the conversation rolling. That was our run through of the Fantastic Four. I hoped you learned something today. Like, I like doing these streams, but I hope I made you aware of figures you didn't even know were originally released. Like, Brandon wasn't even born when any of these Fantastic Four figures were originally released. So I hope now any newer fans or any younger people in attendance will now understand where that Doctor Doom figure comes from and understand that it's got history and people grew up with that packaging and with that toy art and with that cartoon. Because as I said, in the 90s, Marvel went through a like mini boom with the cartoons, and obviously Toy Biz had the Marvel license. And because Batman was so popular and Mattel was also granted the license to Batman, like Toy Biz just went heavy with Marvel because Batman was busy with Mattel. It wasn't until later that Kenner started doing Batman stuff as well, because DC just threw the Batman license everywhere. You want Batman, and you get Batman, and you get Batman. Because Toy Biz actually did make some of the first 1989 Batman figures as well, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I could take you back in toy time, people. But I hope you've learned something today anyway. But if you have any questions for us, anything, let us know. We're here for another 10 minutes, we'll say.
And just before the questions come in, just a big thank you to you as well for doing all that research today, because I wouldn't have learned some of the stuff that I've learned if you hadn't done it.
It's all good. I only had work instead. Don't worry about that. It's all right. Work don't watch this. They don't know. I spend all my time doing research rather than this. So, as I said, thank you. I hope you've learned something. I hope it gives you a little bit of knowledge about the history anyway. I always like learning bits and bobs myself. So it's always good to go back and refresh my memory, because obviously I don't know everything off the top of my head. I know bits, but not everything. No way. But yeah, obviously still here. We'll go for another 15. I'm looking at my watch. We'll go to 2:45.
Okay. Good question coming in from Phil. Have any of you guys picked up the XMen, the art and making of the animated series book? It's beautiful and a steal at £25 on Amazon at the moment.
So I'll start by saying no, but I will. Your thoughts, Brandon?
Probably the same. No, but I will.
Yeah, I do want it. Obviously, you know me, sucker for that X-Men stuff. Even Ryan from Hasbro posted a picture, which made me start looking on Amazon for an extra Iceman on that packaging, because I was like, damn, I don't have an Iceman on that packaging. I opened him up, so it made me itchy a little bit. So yeah, I do, and like I'm hoping, I'm trying to channel it to the Hasbro team, but make every Jim Lee core character X-Men design on that retro packaging. All right, I want Blue Beast, Cyclops, Wolverine, Jean Grey. All of them on that retro packaging, okay? All right, I'm just using my mind powers, putting that across.
Speaking existence.
Make it happen, all right? You made Psycho Man. You made Cyborg Spider-Man happen on that retro card, all right? Now make Blue Beast on that retro card happen, all right? Make it happen, Hasbro. But yes, I will be getting that book. Articulated Heroine said it's so good, really well put together. So yeah, I will get it. We'll get it. Just to have to go along with my Marvel Encyclopedia that I have sitting next to me for my research. If you will. So remember as well, people, if you do want to get our attention and support the channel, it is much appreciated as well. Super chats of over £4 or $4, and it will be read out by our assistant Friday. She's a little bit slow, but it will happen, and we appreciate it. As I said, I appreciate it. Help the channel grow, and we appreciate it. So, but yeah, you can still answer your questions anyway. We're still reading.
We got another question from Marvel Collector UK. Off topic, 2022 is the 20th birthday of Marvel Legends. Would you like the retro wave for that year on clamshells and Dio bases?
Interesting. I'll take it. I forgot. Do you know what? That didn't even hit my brain. But they do look at anniversaries.
I would love to see a redo of Wave 1 of Marvel Legends. That would be cool.
Yep. That would be good. That would be good with a comic in there as well. Like the original Toy Biz figures came with a comic. Yeah, I could see
Prophet is headed out. Thank you very much, Prophet.
Thank you very much.
As well. Thank you, Rob.
Power, thank you.
Yeah, that's one thing as well. Cool Comics says we need a Phoenix on retro. Definitely need Phoenix. Definitely need
Every week I look for an excuse to like just pull out my Dark Phoenix 2-pack. Should I do it? Just any excuse, Brandon. Any excuse. Okay.
Yeah.
Any excuse.
Because I thought we would be getting new ones any time this year.
Beautiful.
But Brian doesn't think about the retro program that's coming to Target. So my hope is that you can.
Hang on, it needs to go full screen.
Ben,
what's that?
Are you getting posts tomorrow?
No, but I have this. I can hug this when I'm sad, and you've got post and I don't.
So this joke I'm playing on Dan, guys. So if you're in the UK, In Demand toys are phenomenal. I absolutely love those guys. They are really great. And they managed to post out my Kang and Falcon today, and they're due here tomorrow morning, and I am literally it's like a kid on Christmas Eve.
We'll talk about them next week. Next week we could just do a live review of those figures, maybe. That whole wave, just a live wave review.
That would be really fun.
Yeah. You're not getting the whole wave, though, are you? You're just getting the couple.
No, yeah, I'm just getting Kang and Falcon.
Okay, we shall see. Okay. And by the way, if people have suggestions for topics, let us know. Like I wanna make content that you wanna watch. Do you know, like we could just do a stream where we're like, look what I got this week. But a lot of people do those type of streams. So like I like having a topic and keeping us on focus. We can still do those look what I got this week moments, because look what I got this week. I didn't actually get this week. I got this the other week, but I only put a review up yesterday. So go and check out my review on the channel right now for Toxin. If you want to learn about Toxin, I'll tell you about it on my channel as well. Some history there.
What else are we saying in the chat? Oh, super chat.
Beautiful. I'll shout you when it pops up. Thank you for 2012. Hopefully our slow assistant Friday picks it up and reads it to us. If not, I'll read it.
That's a question. Thor 2012, I'm going to keep it strictly...
There you go. Friday's reading it out now. I'll tell you when she's done. Thank you.
2012 donated $4.
Thank you for 2012.
Through Super Chat. At Dan Top 5 2020 Marvel Legends so far. At Brandon, same question.
Oh, wow. That's a hard question for 2012. You're putting us on the spot here right now.
I think I'm gonna discount any MCU and Fox movie figures just because that makes it really difficult. So I'm going to say, off the top of my head, the top 5 figures this year for me, in no particular order, would be Falcon and Kang.
You don't even have them yet.
Trust me, I know they're going to be the best. Falcon and Kang, War Machine, Super Skrull, and I really love this guy.
Yeah, I need to open him. I'm going to do that this week. I've got those 3-pack. I've got those 3 2-packs upstairs. Old Man Logan, Hawkeye, Pyro and Rogue, Storm and Thunderbird. Literally just sat upstairs.
Well, sorry, I interrupted.
It's all good. No, you're right. For 2012, I appreciate the super chat and I love you, but I'm just going to say Hellfire Hank, Hellfire Hank, Hellfire Hank, Hellfire Hank, and Hellfire Hank. I'm going to save it because I want to do a whole stream on like the top 10 legends and we're getting closer to the end of the year. It's not going to be long. And Dan Young on Twitter keeps teasing us that we're not finished. Like, he even teased that there may be another Build-A-Figure wave this year, which was a bit crazy. Because he was like, Build-A-Figures, we're not done. Or there's still 2020. And I'm like, what? So, I don't know. We shall see. Rectangular answers your question, though. Rectangular says Doom, Shang-Chi, and War Machine. 3 great choices.
I love War Machine. Yeah,
War Machine, very good figure. We will do, as the year runs down, though, we will do a top 10 Marvel Legends, of course. We'll even do a top 10 other figures. Obviously, these streams are very Marvel Legends centric because that's what seems to get the viewers in. So we appreciate that. But we'll venture out of that world as well. But yes, we will be doing top 10s of the year. I'm going to break it down. You know, every year since I've been doing this channel, we're actually going to have, Brandon, I've not told you this yet, but we're actually going to have a 4-year anniversary party.
Oh, wow.
So in December, and anyone who's still in the chat now, 100 people, that I'm letting you know. So in December is my 4-year YouTube anniversary. And like my little goal for YouTube was to hit 10,000 subscribers. That's what I wanted. That was my own little achievement to myself. So like, I just want to have a little celebration. 4 years, I got over 10,000 subscribers, and why not have a live stream party, Brandon, where we can have multiple guests. Literally, we have an open spot guest, and we have a rotating guest. Like anyone who's in the chat right now, basically all our regulars, we know who you are. We see you every week. I'm going to just send you the link and let you pop in and out. I literally, like a rotating door, Phil can jump in, 42012 can jump in, Mark Tac can jump in. Do you know, like, Rectangular can jump back in. Do you know, like, everyone can jump in and jump out and just have some fun. But yeah, we're going to have a 4-year anniversary party in December, early December. So look out for that soon. But yes, of course, we'll do other streams about top 10s and all of that good stuff. Top 10s, I'll break it down. Top 10s comic, top 10 Marvel MCU, even though it'll be hard this year, but I'll find a way.
Well, you got the Fox movie figures as well.
I guess so, but it's not MCU, but I could change that to top 10 movie, I guess, maybe, yeah. And I always did a top 5 Build-A-Figures, but I guess these days we have enough to do a top 10 maybe, so we shall see. Leave it with me. The end of the year is coming up. And to be fair, the YouTube world is always quite fun towards the end of the year because I love watching everyone else's top 10 videos. Always look forward to it. So with everyone on the live stream and hype at the minute as well, hopefully there'll be some really good streams as the year comes out. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah, I need to recheck what the anniversary of my my channel. Hang on, I'll check right now. If there's any more questions, Brandon, pick them up. We'll stay for another couple of minutes. And we're gone.
We got.
So 5th of December, by the way, is my 4-year anniversary. So I'm looking at my calendar now. So the 5th of.
That's a Saturday.
Well, there you go. Then we'll do the stream on a Saturday that day. So keep that clear in your calendar, people. On the 5th, you heard it here first, exclusive for the people that are still here. On the 5th, we will do a 4-year anniversary party, and you're all Oh, thank you very much. Articulated Heroines with the super chat. I'll let Friday read it.
Articulated Heroines donated £4.99 through super chat.
Thank you very much.
For review of AOA and Brandon reviews Ghostbusters 2.
Thank you very much, Articulated Heroines. Much appreciated. Full review. So people are helping out towards my AOA fund. I do appreciate that. It's the one Marvel Legends wave I have skipped in the last like 5-6 years. I'm not even joking. That's how serious it is. So like, I do want it, but there was so much other stuff with NECA Turtles and G.I. Joe and Power Rangers and all the other stuff I buy.
Have you got Joe's yet?
No, I have got every single Joe release so far. Every single one. And they're all just sat in boxes upstairs. Every single one. I could line them up. I have multiples of the Trooper. I have multiples of the Ninja. I've literally got the Grail. Yeah, I've got the Grail of Joe's just sitting upstairs. Not opened one. Apart from the exclusive Snake Eyes, which I opened to review. Not opened anything else. But waves like that made me not buy the AOA. So I need to backtrack. So I do appreciate it. It's genuinely going into the AOA fund. Brandon's already kicked me off. Gave me a great price on he gave me such a good price I couldn't say no. So it's Brandon's fault it started essentially. So I'll keep anyway. The regulars will know what's going on anyway. Lewis says favorite X-Men, Beast. There you go. Quick and easy answer. Favorite X-Men, Brandon?
Iceman.
Beautiful. There you go. Bobby Drake. All right, Brandon, we're going to finish it there. Do you know what? We're finished there. 2 hours, 45 minutes. That's not bad. I hope everyone learned about the Fantastic Four. And I hope everyone learned about Mole Man. And remember, I got the exclusive on that first, all right? Remember that, all right? But thank you very much to all the regulars. Thank you very much to...
Laserpants with the final...
With the final super chat. Thank you very much, Ryan, my friend. I will literally be joining your chat later for the Infinity Equation podcast. So make sure you stick around 1 p.m. UK time. So anyone in the UK, anyone AM, yes, sorry, that's told you too many ciders. 1 a.m. UK time. So I let Friday read it for us.
Laserpants donated $4.99 through super chat. This is Friday. Dan, who keeps me in a cage in the basement, send help.
So he's making Friday speak. I quite like it. Friday says that she's trapped in a cage in my basement. Don't listen to Friday, all right? Friday, she's teaming up with Hank. They're trying to escape, right? Friday reads out the super chat. Hank works this Streamlabs OBS, right? And Namor's making a fans only account to make some money. And that's how desperate I am for that AOA wave right now, all right? So, but thank you, Ryan. Much appreciated. As I said, go and join the Infinity Equation podcast, 1 a.m. UK time tonight on the Infinity Equation channel. Ryan, put a link in the comments. And I'm always there in the chat, giving Rectangular abuse on his Punisher bike display. Honestly, if you want to see Rectangular's display, check out the Infinity Equation podcast. You will see the best 2 Punisher bikes you have ever seen. They've got a whole shelf to themselves. You won't believe it. Brandon, have you seen it? Have you not seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
Rectangular's display is, oh, wow. You need to see it. I can't even put it into words. But these bikes, they're out there out in the open. They don't even have anyone sitting on them. That's how good this display is. He doesn't need people on there. All right, I'm gone. Brandon, where can the good people find you online?
Yes, as always, guys, Hero.collections on Instagram. It's been great chatting toys again with you guys today. And just a massive thank you. We set another record with 175 people in the chat at one time tonight. And it is just, we're 11 weeks in. It's crazy to think we've been doing this every week for 11 weeks. The time has flown by. But as they say, time flies when you're having fun. Dan, my brother, I always appreciate joining you.
And thank you for joining, my friend. And one day we will have a third guest. One day it will happen. Maybe the anniversary show. Everyone's welcome, okay? But honestly, thank you.
We're 12 months in, not 12 weeks in.
Yeah. There you go. But right. Laserpants said he was fired. You're fired from that show every other hour. He gets fired and rehired. Dante's like, you're fired. Then he's like, nah, you're rehired. You're fired, you're rehired. Right. We're gone. Find me online, Dan Who Reviews, of course. Go and check out. I was a little bit slow with the reviews this week. I've got my giveaways on Instagram. It's the last giveaway this week. I'm giving away Howbat. Easy to do it. I think Phil Jones has won one. if basically not a lot of people enter it, so it's very easy. You're very lucky to be in a chance to win it. I think this week there was only like 8 people that entered it, so you got a pretty good chance to win, to be fair. So go to my Instagram, it's Dan Who Reviews on Twitter. Obviously subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and as always, people, we shall